I'm gonna sing you guys a song. It's an original composition I just wrote right now. Vaporwave, vaporwave is cool. I'm just kidding. It actually makes me really depressed and sad inside in this weird subconscious way. But that's okay, because it's emotions flowing through currents in our brains. Sometimes late at night, I will listen to other artists who aren't really that known, and I go, whoa, maybe this type of music will never be heard by anyone else. And I'm like, whoa, that's pretty trippy. Why me? Why did this become this sort of memetic mutation that I created by making fun of it in 2014?
Pretty cool.
That video's actually almost 2 years old now.
Or 2 years old, yeah. I saw it like last, I don't know, like a year and a half ago or something like that. I don't know, and then I started just fucking around making whatever I could, whatever I, and then, yeah,
It's
and
funny,
slowly
actually.
kind of morphed.
I made that video because I had a roommate whose boyfriend was really into Vaporwave, and he gave me a hard drive filled with like every single Vaporwave song up to 202014.
Oh,
and
wow.
I remember I just listened to it all the way through, and some of the tracks I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is shitty. Like, there's this one album where it's like an anime guy. I forgot, it's like a 70s anime guy, and it's just like his voice going like,
Oh, the sine wave,
yeah, and I listened to that, I was like, this is retarded. Like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's funny.
Yeah, and then I thought about making fun of it, but I saw this picture that was like, it was like this little kid and a mom, and the mom was like, this is Vaporwave, and then the little kid's like, I could have made that, and then the mom looks at him and says, yeah, but you didn't, and then that inspired me to make Hot Vape.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Memes inspiring memes?
Yeah. Memetics are crazy, though. Have you ever looked into memetics? I'm like a big believer in memetics right now.
No, I'm kind of out of that loop.
All right. In another podcast I did, I was talking with Matt and Ryan of Super Mega. They're really cool dudes. They edit video game videos, and we talked about memetics, and it's like, if you look up the Wikipedia thing, it's actually about like genetic culture and how like we evolve through picking certain aspects in like culture, and we like replicate it. Like, the frog, that frog,
Yeah,
unicycle
that
blew
boy.
up like super fast. Yeah. People like for some reason are drawn to certain cultural aspects such as that, and then they replicate it over and over again.
Yeah, I guess that's been going on for a while, I guess, right? So just all of mankind has just been using memes to evolve.
Yeah, like even like things like little things like standing upright is a meme. Like
We've expanded beyond standing, and now we're just on unicycles and shit.
yeah, we're on unicycles.
I loved your Vaporwave song, by the way. I heard it in the other room, and the TV was on, and there was a guitar that sounded just like your guitar, so it just kind of like seamlessly...
You did a
like,
mashup.
I thought it was still the TV. When I started hearing Vaporwave, I'm like, wait, that's not on my television.
That's called synchronicity. That's another thing I fuck with.
I love That's my favorite thing about Vaporwave is hearing samples that I've already heard, but like in a completely different like...
Yeah, it's like a dream.
I always like, that's why I went with DMT as one of the I guess images to go with my label, since I knew there'd probably be a lot of reoccurring samples just since the nature of the genre.
I want to do DMT. I want to do it when I'm 30, though, not now. I don't think I'm ready to see the universe unravel before my eyes.
You might start a label.
Yeah, I might ruin my life before it's too late. Just kidding. I don't know. I've always wanted to try it, though. Have you guys tried it?
I've tried shrooms, that's it.
That's the only one I haven't really tried. I haven't been able to get my hands on mushrooms, but I've tried DMT and I've tried LSD.
One time, all my roommates did mushrooms, and they didn't invite me because they didn't trust me because they thought I was gonna get naked and like roll around and stuff. And instead, they gave me a shit ton of vodka. They're like, "It's the same thing." And I'm like, "No, it isn't."
No
So they were all
way,
happy. They were
what?
all like, "Wow, we're all vibrating, and I could see colors." And I was all drunk, and I punched a wall, and I was like, "I fucking hate you guys." And then like I drew a picture of Jake the dog in the hole I punched in the wall, and then I uploaded it on Instagram. That was like 5 years ago.
Before he was the celebrity. this is what he was doing.
It's weird. I don't feel like that though. Like sometimes I'll talk to people, they're like, "Oh my god, it's FrankJavCee," and I was like, "Yeah, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you." It's so awkward. Like when I did my first show in a long time, people were like standing like far away from me, like super awkward. And then afterwards, they started getting closer and closer. And then after I did my set, like they all came up to me. They're like, "Can you sign my slinky? Can you sign my hat? Can you sign my phone? Can you sign my shirt?" And I was like, "Holy shit! I thought you were here for the other bands. You guys are all here for me." And I signed all their stuff and took pictures. It was really fun. But like, I wish people when I first showed up were like, "Hey, it's FrankJavCee," but it was like super awkward when I first showed up. But now I kind of know. Like maybe next time I'll be like, "Hey guys, you can say hi to me. I won't like bite you."
Maybe people think you might be too ironic. They don't want to come up to you. Don't want to piss you off.
That's one thing that I hate. I hate the word irony because I think it's lost all meaning in the modern sense.
Oh yeah, it just means coincidence now.
Yeah. It's like, oh, how ironic. But like some people are like, "Yeah, I'm a douchebag on purpose. Just kidding. I'm doing it ironically." It's like, no, when you're joking, you're secretly telling the truth all the time. Like that's what the secret of jokes are, is that you're secretly just unveiling your truth.
Fuck.
I feel like a lot of people default on thinking that when you're being ironic that you're being like mean, like not you, like anyone, you know, like
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, "Oh shit, like if I come up to him and tell him I like vaporwave, is he gonna like think I'm shitty because he makes fun of vaporwave, or is he actually like it?" You know, like maybe like I feel like some people still aren't really sure like how approachable you are just because of the nature of how much like satire you do and whatnot.
Yeah, the thing that I go for, like in all my art, is I want to be ambivalent. Like I want to create two I can't speak, two feelings like of happiness and sadness at the same time. So it really leaves you like confused, and like that's that aesthetic I really like, is like having two mixed emotions at the same time.
I mean, it definitely comes across when you're like, you do like a slew of swear words, but like at this monotone voice. It's a good.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
That I don't know, like I think I need to change my voice up a bit, because at first when I started, like I was scared of speaking my opinion on the internet. Like before I was a musician, I would just upload music and stuff like that. I never did like a commentary piece, or like what YouTube is turning into, where it's like people being like, "Hey guys, check out me talking about something while I show you a thing and you'll listen to me." So I had never done anything like that before. So I chose this voice where I was like, "Hello everyone, it is me, FrankJavCee, and I'm going to talk about music today." Because I didn't know how to speak or how to be myself. So that's where that original voice came from.
So I was gonna ask you. So you were a musician before, a YouTube maker, video editor, I guess.
Yeah, like I used to fuck with music since like, I don't know, like in middle school. Like I started off with MIDI. Like I would download like Final Fantasy Chrono Trigger MIDIs, and I would open them in a MIDI editor called Anvil Studio, and I would just fuck with them and mess them around and turn them upside down and play with them. And then I after a while I started getting to drum programming, where I would like change the drums to be like super hi-hatty and create like trap hi-hats before trap hi-hats were a thing, like in 2008. Like it'd be like
You invented that one too.
well, I didn't invent it. I was just doing it around the same time. Like it's called like spontaneous like discovery, where everyone just somehow subconsciously creates something that's evolving from like nothing. And like I used to do that, and then I got FL Studio because my uncle gave it to me, and he was like, "You can make hip hop beats," and I was like, "Hip hop beats? Fuck hip hop!" Like I was all like fucking stupid in high school because I wanted to start a grunge band. Like I wanted to be like the next like punk Nirvana thing going on. But then like after a while, like because making actual rock music, you have to have actual instruments, and like I grew up kind of working class, so I didn't actually have a lot of instruments. Like I stole an acoustic guitar from middle school, and that's how I learned how to play, and I still have it. Like I use it in some of my old videos. And I started like fucking with 8-bit music, and then from there I learned like the fundamentals of electronic music, and I just started like growing from there. And then I met my girlfriend Marion is Magical. That's her
Yes.
Twitter, her artist name. And we started doing Kids Without Instruments, where it was like we'd make like really sad love songs over like retro beats. And then we did stuff like that. And then I don't know, I went to college for like 4 years, 2010 to 2014. And then the last year I dropped out because I felt like I wasn't happy learning at school, because I felt like I wasn't learning. And then I learned more about like what I wanted to learn, like music production, music history, on my own. So I went back home and I just started learning on my own. And then I made that vaporwave video to like poke fun at my roommate's boyfriend. And then from there it started like picking up, like I don't know, it just like more people started sharing it. That's what I noticed, is people would like be like, "Hey, check this out," or they would give it to their friends and stuff. And then I was like, "Oh, I'll do a Sad Boys one next," and I kept going and going, like getting this snowball rolling. And it's weird because I've only ever made like 4 vaporwave videos, but for some reason like I'm known more for my vaporwave than, let's say, like my gabber or my breakcore or my nightcore, like all my other videos. Like I think I created my niche like as an artist because I was like, hey, I'm an artist who does all these different genres, and that's what made people, I guess, kind of gravitate towards me. But my vaporwave stuff is what made me super popular because I evolved with the meme. Like if you see you know those vaporwave charts where it's like Google Trends and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It's like I hopped on the vaporwave train when it was still small, and then I grew with it.
Sorry, that was weird. Yeah, definitely. I was just I zoned out. I was definitely listening, but I zoned out because I like to listen to podcasts. So sometimes during the show, I'm just listening, and then I don't expect it to end.
It happens.
And then you forget that you have to follow up.
Yeah.
Feed the podcast. It's like, oh shit, I'm not listening. I am.
But
It's fine. I sometimes people message me. They're like, "Your voice puts me in a trance," and I'm like, maybe I'm doing it on purpose.
But
Well,
I
you did
think
do that ASMR, so you're well on your way.
Yeah, asthma's fucking weird. I don't get it. Like people
don't-
tell me, like, yeah, I get shivers, but like I listen to it, I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like when people scratch on a chalkboard, I don't get like shivers either. Like I don't know, high frequencies don't make me feel weird.
You know what I don't? You ever have one of those lunch boxes with the material where like you just scrape it and it like gives you that weird like goosebump sound?
Yeah, like I don't even feel that either. I feel like
Really?
I'm inferior to everyone because I don't have that trait. It makes me kind of
See,
sad
like-
sometimes, especially as a musician.
like honestly, a lot of music does that, where like something really cool happens in a song, like then I'll feel that.
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry, you like died out for a second.
Am I still quiet?
No, I could hear you.
I can. Oh, Samir. Oh, I guess we're started.
Yeah, we've been started.
Yeah, I kind of just been recording.
Yeah, it's fine. You can just edit like the parts that you like and you don't like. That's normally how I do podcasts.
Yeah. Do you host
I've never
your
actually
own?
done one. I've always wanted to do my own. I wanted to start FrankJavCee Radio on my channel, where like I get random artists and we just talk about crazy shit for a while. But I don't know. Like I'm super fucking lazy in real life.
It's pretty easy, especially if you don't edit.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a 3 cast. Wait,
Hello.
How long have we been here? How long has this been going on? 10 minutes?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 3D cast. I'm 3D Blast, joined by Fantasy Deluxe. Is he there? I don't even know. Let's see. Nope. Vito.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
he's here.
I'm here. I'm
He
here.
is here.
He's playing with Tech Deck. or
I was
whatever.
muted.
I heard. Are you playing with a skateboard?
I'm dubbing tapes.
Oh, I thought it was like a skateboard sound of like, you know, when you have the little finger skateboards.
Oh, like a Berlin wood. Yeah, I have one on my desk
yeah.
somewhere.
Play with that then.
Play with it. Oh, dude, it sounds like a good trick.
Oh, I just did a kickflip. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I just did a really nice kickflip. That was dope.
And of course, we're here with Vito of DMT.
Yes. Number 4.
This is your 4th episode?
It is.
Oh, I wasn't keeping track. I don't know. And of course, Samir in the flesh.
Ow, hello.
Every time he's next to me, I slap him.
Yeah, that's why I never come over.
Kinky.
And sadly, no Dan Mason. He wants to be here, but he's playing a show with Cobalt Road and Windows 98 and Late Night Swing Sesh.
And Life Turns.
Life Turns.
And that I think that's everyone.
Nice. Sounds cool. In Florida somewhere?
At Sacred Grounds Coffee House in Tampa, Florida.
Be there. We're not live,
Cool.
so they're going to miss that. And our super special guest, Mr. FrankJavCee.
Hello, everyone. It is me, FrankJavCee, and today I'm going to talk.
Just in general. So yeah, we've had the last 2 like back-to-back episodes have been people who everyone was like, that episode's not going to happen. And we had the hard paper HKE episode last week, and then of course this one, and people were like, is this real? Is this a
I
real
don't know.
episode?
Is it?
Wow, if you
Are
could leave
we
halfway
real?
through.
I just have one of those Microsoft Sam things, but it just sounds like Frank.
It's true. I am actually a robot. I only exist because people want me to exist.
There's a setting on it that lets him say the word aesthetic in a whisper. It's
You know what's
pretty
funny? Someone, a lot of people say that the main reason that video is popular is
It-
because
yeah.
of the way I said aesthetic.
That's what
and
I was thinking.
because of that, it was like an asthma. Some people got asthma from it. Like they would tell me, they're like, "Can you say aesthetic again?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Can you? That like it's so. I feel like it's so creepy. Like most movie, what's the word? Celebrities, would the people would be like, "Oh, say this line from your favorite movie," of you shouting and like your quotable line, but they just want you to
Yeah.
get up real next to them and whisper in their ear, and it's
Yeah, there was this one guy at a show who hugged me for like 3 minutes straight and wouldn't let go, and I was like, oh no.
Is this my life now?
this is your life.
So yeah, it was kind of weird because they all showed up and they were all dressed up as sad boys and they all had Arizona iced teas and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is my audience. Hello.
Those,
My people.
God, I feel like, oh man, like people who make the music and who actually are fans of this music genre don't even dress like that.
I hope not.
Oh god.
I feel like the listeners do.
Like,
A
just
lot
to
of the people like
Take back
they
the
tie it into fashion culture. Like they become a part of it. Like in 2013, I was like ironically putting like George Costanza and stuff like just for fun. And then I started seeing people like wearing his like image on shirts and stuff and like on buckets hats, and I was like, no way is that real. Like I'm just doing this because it's funny. Like
Yeah.
it's weird. And then it became like an actual thing where like people were like, no, it's cool. It's hip.
The whole like C-punk thing, it's weird.
Yeah, I
Like,
was alive through that. I tried to make C-punk and it was just like a bunch of cowbell sounds. I'd be like, bong, bong, bong.
I think, like I
Nah, I can't
said
do it.
before, the music won't take off, but the visual will.
Yeah,
At
I
least I
think that's
think.
what's most crucial about these movements nowadays is it's not necessarily just the music. It's like the whole package you're giving.
Yeah.
Like the visuals, the narrative, the sound. Like when you put it all together in a nice package, you create something, and like that's what people want in like this ADHD culture where anyone can listen to anything on their phone.
Very fun. It's a weird world we live in. So let's get into our regular stuff, our regular bits that we do at the beginning of the show, 20 minutes in. We like to say what we've been listening to. So let's start with Vito.
Oh no.
Okay,
I
let's.
was I was gonna pull up my list. Hang on. I'm listening to. I've been going through a lot of. I've been trying to clear through my unrated list on Rate Your Music. So I've been listening to a lot of stuff that like doesn't leave a very big impression. Like a lot of old metal albums that I got in like 2013 and am only getting around to now, and I don't really listen to metal anymore, so it's kind of boring. But I'm starting a new project where I'm trying to listen to 5 vaporwave albums a day, which I already do.
Ooh, that's a lot.
I'm trying to actually like do a little review for each one. And I got really into Youth Fountain by Ethernet City again. I kind of forgot about that album. It's on Beer Wizard.
Okay.
And what's the other? Not meaning to plug, but I've been listening to Plastique's new album Desires quite a bit the last week, which just
I need to
came
check that out.
Just came out today. It's so good. It sounds like Fortune 500 is just like,
I really hope he does a tape run of it because his first one was so good.
yeah, it was so good. Wait, which one were you talking about? The one
the-
Activity?
Yes, yeah,
That was, I think, the one that got the tape.
yeah.
Yeah, so good. I love Plastique.
He's cool as hell.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
All right, Fantasy Deluxe.
Listen to some different shit. I was looking through the Bandcamp tags for field recording stuff. I found this really cool artist called Axel Bonard, and Fields number 4 is really, really good.
What is it exactly? Is it just straight up field recordings?
It's field recordings that he makes, and then he like edits them together, so like they're kind of seamless. It's like the album is like seamless, but it takes you through like different environments. So like his first ones, like 1 through 3, are like a lot more like they're not as conceptual, but number 4 is like really conceptual. So like it starts with the first track called Arrival, then you go to like indoor flea market, and then the cafe, then you go back to the flea market, then you go to the food court, then you get on the bus, then you go to the street, then you cross the river, and then you depart. But like it's just really submersive and it's really cool. It's like it's awesome. And I found this other one. It's like part field recording, part shoegaze. It's called The Fields by Orange Crush. It's kind of different, but I'm digging it. And then there's other artists I don't remember. They make these like Adult Swim like bumps.
Okay.
Really, really good stuff. One more is Zeta. They also make Adult Swim stuff. I checked out Vapor Sleuth. I'm still kind of listening to that.
I listen to that too. It's kind of cool.
And then lastly but not least, I found this artist called I Am Adam of Eternia. They released this one album called Forgotten Journeys, and it's like straight up like late night lo-fi, like just perfect. Like it sounds more at home on tape than it does on digital. So we're putting out tapes of that, and it's really, really good, and I like it. So go download it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Samir, anything?
Nope. So a couple weeks ago, I was listening to the new Terror remix, Party EP, and then I went back and listened to their old stuff, and it's good. It's along the same lines.
Good hot shit. It's hot 80s disco funk.
Yeah, get your dick hard. Can I say that?
Get your dick hard, guys. Heard it here.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can.
Alright,
Can I
cut it out
say
later.
that?
I
You
don't,
have to pay the FCC fine. Yeah, you can
yeah,
say
my
it.
mom might listen, so cut that out, please.
Mommy, don't look at my dick.
That's
It sucks though, because sometimes Samir's talking and I can't hear him because I have headphones on, and so does he.
all right. I'll take them off.
Okay, just tap me on the shoulder every time you speak.
You got it, boss.
Frank, what have you been listening to?
Okay, to be really honest with you, I've been listening to the same 2 beats over and over. It's 2 beats I made. One called "You're So Damn Beautiful," and one where I just sampled "Dire Dire Docks" from Mario 64.
Nice. Okay.
And I've been trying to make music to it, like trying to write over it. So I've been listening to those 2 things, and then on YouTube I've been listening to a lot of footwork playlists, like DJ Rashad and just like a bunch of people that are like DJ name,
The
DJ
tech
this.
DJs.
Yeah, and it's like bum 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 bum
Yeah,
bum bum bum
footwork's
bum
good.
bum 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 bum. And I've been really fucking with that rhythm. Like I feel that rhythm is like gonna blow up soon. Like the future, I feel like future bass people are gonna be like, hey, bum 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 bum, and they're gonna be like, yeah, and they're all gonna like latch onto that. Like I have this gut feeling that it's gonna happen. And I've been listening to a lot of Joji stuff. Do you guys listen to Joji?
No.
Not familiar.
You should look up Joji. I like
How's it spelled?
Joji
Okay.
on SoundCloud. All his beats are fucking mwah, mwah. I just want to get the beats and just all over them, you know?
Eat some beats.
Yeah.
Red ass beats. That sounds cool. So you gonna finish those beats then eventually?
Yeah, I actually finished one today. The "You're So Beautiful" one, like with lyrics and everything over it.
Sweet.
It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of poppy. So we're gonna try to release it like on I don't know when it's gonna be released, but we're trying to do a new album with my band Cecilia, where it's like very trappy and atmospheric, just like 808s and atmosphere. So hopefully that'll be out within this year.
All right. The whole release then by then? The whole album or?
Yeah, an entire album, probably like 8 to 9 tracks. I want to do 9.
Wicked.
9's a good number.
You want to do 9, but the rest of the band's like, nah, we're gonna do 8.
This literally is just me and Marion is magical. That's the band. So it's like, hey, I wrote you a song, sing it for me, and then she does it, and then we put it together.
Well, it sounds like a good idea. A good
Yeah,
plan.
because like I fucking hate my voice. Like I don't know, I sound really whiny when I try to sound passionate. Like I'll record it, be like, yeah, and then like I'll listen to it, I'm like,
That's okay. It sounds good.
thanks. I try a lot.
Like that what is Future Funk video? Or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
I'm in the next galaxy. Nothing
Yeah.
is quite what it seems. That one I just did because I felt because I was being attacked on the Future Funk subreddit where they're like, can we take down FrankJavCee's how-to video?
Oh, I know.
on
That's
the
so
thing
stupid.
because it's not good. It's a parody. It sucks. It's like shitty. And like the guy's just like berating my music, and I was like, hey, I have feelings too. I can see this. Like people send me this stuff, and then like he was like, I forgot what he said, but he tried to start like this whole drama with me and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, stop. This is embarrassing. I just wanted to let you know that I see your words.
Some people they really do don't realize that they just kind of post whatever they want and they don't care.
Here's the thing that gets on my nerves about young producers right now is they're like, I want to be taken seriously.
Oh, yeah,
a lot of them
100%.
say that. Here's how you get taken seriously. You get numbers. Once you get numbers, people will take you seriously. And like it's strange because to me, like people think I'm just making fun of them, but I'm taking my music seriously. Like I put a lot of effort into like making a complete like the video to me is like the ultimate music experience. Like just the editing, the visuals, the actual music that gets involved in. Like it's kind of like a huge process. It's like music to me was like baking a cake, but like making a video is like baking a several layered cake on top of each other. And it's like if you want to be taken seriously, then just keep doing your art so well that people will show up, and that's how people take it seriously.
Right, a lot of people they don't have any following and they just kind of just care too much about stuff.
Yeah. You just gotta, like, music is fun. You should have fun making music. You shouldn't, like, put yourself in debt and, like, be starving and, like, be at the bottom of everything, making, like, a sound, and then when nobody listens to it because it sounds like everything else, don't get all crazy.
So what have I been listening to?
Yeah.
Sorry to like totally come out of nowhere.
That's fine.
Let's finish this segment up. I kind of just revisited a bunch of Future Funk stuff, so I've been listening to Prom King, Hit Vibes, and Keats Collective 6. So, you know, just kind of vibing out some 80s jams.
Yeah.
Just that's it.
Yeah.
And now that we know what we've been listening to, let's listen to something ourselves. Let's listen to this Blank Banshee track, selected by FrankJavCee, Teen Pregnancy. Why this track?
Because I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid.
Okay, good enough. We usually let you if it inspires you or there's any actual deep
Okay,
like
the
thing
main
to
reason
it.
Blank Banshee inspired the fuck out of me is because I was living in like the ghetto in Long Beach, like in Section 8 housing next to like crackheads and like just poor people in general, in like a really shitty apartment with a bunch of like drug addicts who would like smoke fucking dabs like every day, and they were all like super slow. And it was like winter and we had no heat. And I would play this album and be like, I can't wait to drop out of college. And that's why it reminds me of like a pivotal point in my life, and that's why I fuck with that album.
That's what we were looking for.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Listen, if you want to be taken seriously, then get your shit together now. All right, we're gonna cut to that track. Be right back. Speaking of pizza, that Fantasy Deluxe is eating right now. Frank,
Yeah.
some of your newest couple of videos have been cooking videos.
Yeah, I really fucking love cooking. I like showing off that I'm a full functioning adult.
So, just cooking. You're just a fan of cooking?
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I don't know, it's actually not my kitchen, it's my girlfriend's kitchen because she's 10 times more wealthier than I, so we get to use her like fancy kitchen and it has like really nice angles. So we go over there and like we don't really plan anything. We just show up and it's like, let's cook something, but let's film us cooking it. And then like I try to turn it into a song. Like if you watch my cooking
at the
videos
end.
from beginning to end, like it's like super high quality, and then the quality just fucking drops because over a period of time, like I don't know, I just got fucking lazy. But vaporwave macaron and deep dish pizza, those are like my mwah. Like I wish I could maintain that standard all the time because like it was like a mixture of like cooking and music, and that's what I want to do more is music. But recently I just haven't been inspired.
Well, inspired by those lasagna roll-ups, that was good. Those are all
Yeah,
good.
people got so pissed off because it's actually cannoli. Like I didn't know they had a different name. Like when it's layered flat, it's lasagna, but when you roll it up, it's cannoli. And it's like, well, you should have fucking told me. And people are like, well, there's a difference. Like burritos and tacos aren't the same thing. And I'm like, well, it's the fucking same thing to me.
Jesus. I thought for some reason I thought you lived in Texas.
No, I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know why.
Maybe it's my Texas accent, y'all.
That's gotta be it. So let's get into your past. We're gonna hear your music history, where you've been. So what we like to do is start from being a young child. So like I don't know, 5 when you could remember songs your parents would play or something.
Here we go. My mom was really into metal. She liked Metallica and like fucking thrash, like metal and stuff like that. So like, I grew up with like a lot of just loud noises. And then like my dad was really like my dad's like an old school cholo kind of guy. So he liked like the low rider songs and like all the old 50s like doo-woppy stuff. And then like I never really liked music. I would just play it. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like. When I was 5, I had a cat named Lucifer, and my neighbor killed the cat by poisoning him, and he was like throwing up everywhere, and he died, and I saw that, and I was like, holy shit. So then like I had this little toy saxophone, so I wrote a song for him, and I was like, this is an ode to Lucifer, and I'd be like, dun 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 dun, and like it only had like a few notes because it was like a little plastic one. I remember that was like the first song I wrote, and then I remember my uncle, he gave me like a Casio keyboard, and I would always play like the black notes. Like I would just hit the black notes because it sounded like really like Asian. I'd be like ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
ding,
it does. Yeah.
Ding 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 ding. And then like from there I just started doing stuff. And then in elementary school I started playing clarinet, and I would play clarinet from like 3rd grade to 5th grade. Then in middle school I went to alto sax, and I played alto sax in orchestra. And then in high school I was in marching band all 4 years because I didn't want to take PE because they gave us a physical education if we were in marching band.
We had to do both. I did both.
I had to do both anyways because second year they were like, now we're cutting that shit. And I was like, man, fuck you. So I was in a marching band and physical education. Were you guys in marching band at all?
Yeah, we were. I was. So was
I had
Samir over here.
I had a single semester of marching band, and that was all I needed to get out of the PE requirement.
I played. Did you play saxophone?
Yeah, I played alto.
Me too. Alto saxophone.
Nice.
I was
That's
the
a synchronicity.
section leader, man. I was the leader. I was the
That's
best.
cool. There was only like fucking 8 people in my marching band. It was so shitty.
Oh my god.
It's funny though, because you look at like me versus the people who like ended up graduating and taking lessons and like going to music and stuff, and it's like, yeah, they're way better, and it's not fair.
You know what I hate? Like when someone's like, hey, Frank. Well, this happens to me. People be like, hey, Frank, I want to make music. What should I do? And I'm like, are you in high school? They're like, yeah. I'm like, join marching band.
Oh,
They're like,
I know.
"Yeah." And I'm like, no, fucking just do it. You need to do it. You get hive mind mentality, and you learn how to make music with mass people when you do that shit. And
Oh,
they're like,
100%.
I don't know.
I am 100% with you. That is like the number one thing I say. Like, if you're young, join your fucking school music program if you can, if you're lucky enough to have one.
Yeah, it
Because,
really helps
Jesus,
you out.
you learn how to read music to some degree. You learn how to like harmonize and write to some degree. And geez,
Yeah,
gives-
my favorite thing is it always gets you on step, so you always
Yeah.
know how to be on beat. And like I used to do like parades and stuff. I was in this giant marching band too called All City, which is like all of Los Angeles made one giant marching band that would
Sick.
march in the Rose Parade. And I remember for a 2010 Rose Parade, I was all the way in the back, last trumpet, all the way in the back, and I was just there because like I didn't play trumpet, I played sax, and I wanted to be in All City, and they gave me a trumpet. It was like pretty easy, but I played like third trumpet. And I remember I marched like the whole Rose Parade, and then afterwards I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with marching band forever.
we would do like all our football games and shit and make formations and shows and stuff.
Yeah, we did that too, but it was so shitty, like my school, because we were so small, And like, how big was your band? Like, how
It's
many
pretty
people?
big. We have a big school.
we had
Like,
like
how many
100.
members would you say?
120 in the band?
How many- yeah.
At the max.
100.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
around
There was
100.
like, there was literally like 8 people where it was like, like just wind instruments and like fucking 10 drum line, and that was it. And like sometimes I would have to play like just like random stuff. My favorite thing was playing the Tetris theme song because everyone loved it. Like there was a part where like it would only be the bass drums where they would all just hit like a kick, bomb, 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 and I had a sax solo where I had to go da 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 da, and like I was an emo kid, so I had like ripped up sleeves and stuff. And like one day, one of my sleeves got stuck in the valve, and we were doing like a pep rally, and it was like da 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 da. And then I stopped and I looked at the crowd and they all looked really disappointed. So what I did was I screamed as loud as I could. I was like, "I'm sorry!" And then like nothing. Everyone was just silent and they all looked at me.
They
And then
didn't
my
get
band
it.
instructor walked up to me and was like, "Don't you ever do that again."
And that was the first video.
Yeah. I wish. Fuck.
Yes, seriously, I know a couple of guys. I mean, I like to hate on these people because they'll never ever hear anything I do because they're kind of self-centered.
Yeah.
But they grew up, you know, and they're like 26 now or whatever, and they do music, but they have no musical training in the slightest. And you'll never guess what genre they want to produce. Can you guess?
EDM.
Yeah, and more specifically trap.
Oh,
And
jeez.
it is so bad. Oh my god. I remember going over to one of their houses and they were like, check out this track. And it was, I don't know, it literally sounded like claws and like scratching, and there's a kick there, I guess. And what I noticed a lot of them do is they take a sample and like repeat it, like, you know, like every 8th note or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just take the pitch and like make a automation so it just goes up. So it just goes over a trap beat and it repeats.
Yeah.
And that's not music.
That's not how you do that shit. You need
I
to
was-
be melodic.
Ah, man, it sucks though because they're really just like, oh, you should have done
Well,
music.
what state are you from?
Michigan,
Oh,
where
Michigan.
we live right outside Detroit.
Nice.
Detroit.
You know that Michigan Detroit trap scene that everyone's always talking about.
Oh man, it sucks though because I'm friends with these guys and like I'll do shows with them and I'll just play like fucking future funk and people are like, you gotta play trap, man, and then someone else will be like, never change, man, never change.
Honestly, just put future funk samples over trap and that'll be the next big thing. Watch.
Oh, I did that. That's a good track. It's funny. There is a track where I did that, and it's on Rate Your Music, and the review for that track is just like, this is the stupidest fucking future funk song I've ever listened to.
What song is that?
It's the one on Promise Girl, Party for Senpai.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Have you guys heard my how to future funk track where I drop the Evangelion drop where I'm like dun 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 dun.
I think so. Yeah.
That's cool. I remember I worked really hard on that. So like it's kind of crazy because you have to watch like up to 9 minutes in the video just to see that drop. And like when I would see the comments, they're like Evangelion. I was like, yes, you watched it.
That means
all
they
the way.
watched. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I care about. Like I don't care about people that just click and like click off. I care about engagement. Like actually people watching all the way through and like feeling invested in my art.
Well, because it's a how-to, so they gotta start from step one, and they gotta see it all the way through. So I guess that's good. That's like a good tip for anyone trying to make videos. If you're doing a let's play, do a step-by-step let's play.
Oh god. I've been actually trying to get into let's playing on my second channel because I've been meeting a lot of like big let's players too. Like
Really?
yeah, and I get
Name
freaked
drop.
out. I'm
Do
like,
some
"Holy
name
shit."
drops.
I can't name drop because
I'm under contract.
no, it's not under contract. It's just that like I don't want to say their name. just look at who I've done videos with and you'll see.
That's crazy. Have you ever been to like conventions and stuff?
No, I've been wanting to go to conventions. I want to go to VidCon this year and see what that's like.
Oh,
and
shit.
Walk around,
Do a
but I heard
panel?
it's shitty.
A lot of YouTubers, they're like scum, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot. Like not all of them, but just like
Right.
some people have egos. Some
Right.
people like really understand and get it, and some people are just like really introverted. But like, I just want to go outside, walk around the venue, and be like, hey, does anyone want a free CD? And I'm like, go home.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me. Like the whole YouTube like celeb status, I guess.
Yeah, because that's the new thing.
That's the new
it's
like
so-
actual celeb.
Yeah, like it's so new. Like YouTube blew up. Like if you look at the numbers, like within the past year, like there are some YouTubers that are getting like millions of subscribers in a year, and it's like, wow, if they just release an album, they're on the Billboard. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't-
it's
you don't do that shit anymore.
it's so nuts. So, like, when did you think the first time you were ever like, oh, this is a thing? Like, oh, I'm making. Why are there people watching me?
The thing is, I dropped out of college to pursue a YouTube career.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like, oh, it's an accident. Like I was really planning this out and like methodically thinking like, how am I gonna create buzz on YouTube? And I was just doing like a bunch of random shit, and then like the thing that stuck was my how-to. Like what I tell a lot of people that ask me like, how do I get views? It's like, notice where people share your music. Notice if people want to share your music. The same with videos. Notice how people would want to share it or comment it or show their friends. And then once you have something that's like that, then like just keep on adding onto it, and it gets like more viral. Like it's like planting seeds. You have to plant a seed and watch where it grows. And if you see like water your seeds on like certain aspects and stuff. Like my how-tos were my most profitable like crop. So I started like watering that kind of area on my channel, and I just watched it kind of grow to where it is now.
So, do you think following the money trail, I guess the way to put it, is that like, how does that interfere with what you actually are passionate about, or is it the same thing?
It's not really the money trail.
I
It's more of
know,
the
I said it
share
kinda harsh.
trail. It's like you have to watch where people are investing in you. Like the money comes slowly. Like my last album, I sold like over 150 copies of like various amounts, and it was downloaded like almost 1,500 times. Like people just wanted to have my music for free, and then because of Bandcamp, you can sell it or you give it away for
Right.
free. And like whenever someone buys it, it like opens up an opportunity for like 10 more people to download it for free. So like also there's this weird ratio I noticed. If you're organic, like 100% organic, you'll have 110-1% ratio in your videos. Like I'll make a video that has 100,000 views. It'll have roughly 1,000 likes and 100 comments and like 10 dislikes. And it's like this weird curve that exists because like I'm literally just making videos that people are sharing on their own and stuff. Like I don't pay for views or like try to like go viral or anything. I'm just like trying to be consistent with my audience, and like you start noticing like these weird patterns and stuff.
The golden-
So like whenever
golden
I watch
ratio.
like videos like that are like super viral, like I'm like, they don't have like a strong engagement rate. Like yeah, it has like 1 million plays, but like it only has 1,000 likes. If it really had a true engagement rate, it would have like 25,000 likes. You know what I mean?
Right. That's kind of interesting seeing that like almost the exact ratio to the T. You can probably guess what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like I can actually like predict where I'm gonna be next year.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like if
So-
I keep it up by next year, I'll have a 250,000 subs, which
So-
is pretty okay.
So it's pretty
But
constant then.
I want to try to like get at least tenfold, but like I don't want to like get crazy and stuff by doing like stupid like attention whore seeking things where I'm like just start talking shit about other YouTubers for views. Like, I
What do you
wanna
think
be
about
more
Toby?
educational. I don't care about those people.
I just know that's the big thing that was going around
Yeah,
recently.
Like, if they don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them.
Has anyone ever called you out on anything? I think it'd be hilarious.
Well, that Wolfenstein OSX or whatever, his first has history of vaporwave. He put my video in there, and he's like, some people tried to make ocean grunge a thing, but they didn't put enough effort in their music, and they only did it ironically. And he shows my videos, and I was like, hey, fuck you.
He was
so
on-
like when he messaged me today, and he was like, I used your video in my video. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
He was on last episode of this show.
Yeah. Did he talk about me at all?
No, sorry.
Of course not. Obviously.
I think he's afraid of you.
It's funny. I have a lot of producers fucking hate me.
Really?
Like, how I know a producer hates me is they always talk about me indirectly. But the thing is,
Oh,
people
yeah.
always share. They always
Yep.
show me like, hey, this guy's talking about you. Like, you know, Home Resonance. He one time said that his music was in one of my videos, and it was the most embarrassing moment of his life. So what I did was I recreated Resonance in a different key, and I put it in Simpson Wave and called it Simpson Wave. And I was like, well,
Here it is. I think it's funny. Like, do you ever search your own name on Twitter?
I mean, I try not to anymore because it got real. Like when I first started, I was like, I want to see what people are saying about me, and then it was like, oh no. It was like every so often you get like one stab, and then after a while, like you get numb to the stabbing, like just like the brutal things people would say. It was weird because I had this weird like moment where it was a bunch of anime profile pictures would hate on me and they would like make up like shit about me. So now whenever like someone with an anime profile picture is like, hey, what's up? Like I have like this weird innate like
Post-trauma.
yeah, it's like post-traumatic. I low-key get triggered each time like they try to talk to me and I'm like
It's the weirdest thing because I'm not nearly as big as you, obviously, but like sometimes for some reason I tend to search my name just because I don't know, I'm egotistical.
yeah,
And
we
I'll-
all do.
Yeah, and like, well, the thing is, I wouldn't do it if stuff didn't come up. But like,
Yeah.
stuff comes up, and I'm like, why didn't you just like? It'll be a compliment, and I'll be like, why didn't you just tag me? Like,
Yeah,
I could have
that's one
said
thing, too.
thanks.
It's like, you could have said hello to me. I'm not that scary.
Yeah, it's
But
weird.
it's funny, like when I was first starting out, I would always talk about like other musicians and YouTubers like without adding them, because like I always assumed that if I added them, they would just get annoyed at me.
Yeah.
But now I think in retrospect, they probably were looking at my comment being like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Who does he think he is?" And I feel really bad.
It's funny because there are some people who I will scroll all the way down the list and see them like bash me, and I'm like, oh, that was like almost a year ago, like, and
Yeah.
now we're like friends. How weird. How awkward.
Oh, my first ever big like feud was with Oscob, because I remember one time
Okay,
I
of
did
course.
Vaporwave Macarons.
Right.
And he was like, FrankJavCee thinks he's helping the genre, but he's actually hurting it. And then he was like, now let's wait until he searches his name on Twitter so we can start a fight. And then I was like,
What the fuck?
yeah. And like, not to be mean or anything, but a lot of producers that look like him hate me, and I think that's a weird coincidence. Like, it's always like this like, with glasses, and like if I see them like they have that look, I know they'll hate me. And then like I'll look through like a lot of vaporwave artists that kind of resemble that. They'll be like, "Fuck FrankJavCee," or "FrankJavCee's stupid," or like there was this funny post that made me laugh really hard. It was like, these kids in class today were talking about FrankJavCee," and I was like. First of all, you just showed that you're like a fucking teenager. Second of all,
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Shut up.
I think it's funny when people they want to come off as like adults and they're like, fuck the politics, Bernie, blah blah blah. And then the next line will be like, I can't wait to get out of class.
Yeah, like
It's
they
like-
try to roast you, but they roast themselves without
Yeah.
knowing.
It's so crazy. These people, they're insane. Vaporwave, chill
Hey,
out.
Fantasy Deluxe.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back.
That's the show.
Pizza.
That pizza was really good, and I'm drinking these ciders that are going down like really easy. So
Nice.
uh,
Pizza
I'm
update.
on my third one, and they're really tasty.
I sure do love me a good pizza.
That's the show. People drop in and out all day.
I think that's just me. I like come in for a little while, I say hi, and then I disappear, get an orange. And
So I was
that's
gonna
about
ask
it.
you guys listen to a lot of vaporwave. Do you guys listen to anything outside of the realm of vaporwave, or is just vaporwave
yeah.
your life?
Vaporwave's kind of a new thing for me personally. Like, I mean, it's only like about a year old for me.
Yeah.
A little more than a year. I started in February of last year. So, I used to listen to a lot of, like, still do, just electronic music in general. I mean, not
Yeah.
necessarily into EDM and stuff, but a ton of future bass. I guess it's like on the rim of Vaporwave, or rather, Vaporwave's on the rim of that.
Yeah.
But I listen to Panic at the Disco a lot. Not the...
Dude,
You
I
do?
fucking love the first album.
I love
That
the first
album is-
first
is
two.
my-
Favorite.
The
yeah,
first
like,
two.
I really love the like they had like an IDM kind of like drum
Yeah,
kind of
yep.
like, and like I think that still stands up even though they're still like really theatrical, and it reminds me of being fucking 15 or whatever.
Yeah, like their first two albums. Like I listened to Pretty Odd today when I was out doing stuff. It's pretty crazy. I don't know, something about it. It's just
Yeah,
beautiful.
some music stands the test of time. Like I've been looking up like how music affects the brain though, and like music literally transforms you to like a time where you were younger. Like there's this Netflix documentary about old people, and like they have like I forgot, like they have a lot of mental issues. Like a lot of them are like not all there, but when they listen to music, they can communicate and they remember like their past. and
That's
it's
so
really cool.
crazy. Like just to play a right song and they're back.
Yeah, so for a fact, like 60 years from now, when like we're all old and stuff, like someone will put on Macintosh Plus and they'll be like, "I remember the good old days."
And the
when you
hatred
used
will
to be
come
on the
back.
internet." Fuck FrankJavCee.
My
There was
son's-
a,
What?
there was actually a TED talk I saw recently where they
Oh,
were talking
Vaporwave?
about talking.
HKE in a TED Talk?
Oh my god! Now I want to know who the first vaporwave figure to do a TED talk would be. Probably
Wow.
you, Frank. It probably would be Yo.
Honestly, it'll probably be
I thought that
Latrace.
sounded like conceited,
It would.
but-
It would be Latrace.
Yeah, it will be Latrace.
Who's
was
Latrace?
Latrace from Adrian. Wait, am I allowed to say that?
I don't care.
You need to bleep that out now with a
I have to
Macintosh
bleep
Plus
that.
sample.
Yeah, Max, get on this.
I'm trying to even think of why. Oh, the TED Talk though was about like an Alzheimer's patients that they would be given music and they would like revert back to like being able to kind of be their old selves. And one person I guess was like refusing food and just was kind of like hunger striking. And they gave them like some old like swing music and shit. And right after they heard it, they were like, "Oh my god!" And like started talking about like this boardwalk they went to, and then they instantly asked for a hot dog and they started eating.
That's so
Because
crazy.
of, like, it was like such a stretch, like when they were telling, like, it was like, since it's a TED Talk, it was like a 10-minute story just to tell what I just said. But like, but like, it was like, whoa, that's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
because music affects your entire brain, which is why I say like when I criticize or like make fun of music, people get really offended at it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
there's
powerful.
a lot of emotional investment in there.
There is indeed. So, speaking of a lot of emotional investment, let's get to the heart of this show after this musical break. Of course, the song picked to
I've
show
never
up.
heard this next song.
Yeah, this is a new. You know what?
What's the next song?
Oh, you were gone, weren't you? I'm just.
Sorry.
I don't even know if we should introduce it. We should just play it.
We should.
Just play
Y'all
it.
know this.
We'll hear it.
I think I don't know. It's pretty obscure.
Because you
song.
play the music live during the break when we
Yep.
actually listen to it with listeners.
Yep. So we're gonna play this song. It's a good song. I wrote it. We'll be right back.
say no. Don't say no. Don't say no. Don't say no. Don't say no. Saying no, we shouldn't. You keep holding out, but you don't let go. I'm giving up on trying to sell you things that you ain't buying. I'm giving up on trying to sell you things that you ain't buying.
Right when we started, perfect.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Oh, I don't even care. So that's a song. I don't know who it's by. St. Pepsi.
Hey kid, want to listen to some Saint Pepsi?
On the Twitter the other day, we were doing some like, you know how they have those girls intro their songs, like it's Saint Pepsi, bitch.
Oh yeah.
Like those. Like we were making fun of everybody by like making them super explicit. So it was
What were some of them?
It was just like, it's motherfucking St. Pepsi, you fucking bitch. Like, what if that was the intro? It's like, you're now listening to motherfucking Young Bay, you cocksucker. Like, it's like, what if that's how they started?
Remember when someone posted on the Yak thing? It was like, my favorite vaporwave artists are Fuck, 3D Fuck,
Yeah.
and Sun Fuck Work.
Yeah, I was like, who? I don't even know who that was.
Me either.
Because it wasn't you, it wasn't me. I feel like it might have been, I don't even know, the editor. He lives here.
I don't know.
I'm trying to find them. Let's see if I can find them in like 10 seconds without taking too long.
The editor?
No, the things we were talking about. I think Lost Angles might be on. Let's see, he just messaged me. Let's see, hold on. Where's Facebook? It was not open. This is good podcasting.
Click right there.
Click it. Go.
I'm trying to help him. No,
Get
no,
it?
you right there.
Oh.
All right. Send an emoji.
He just said, "Is it happening?" So that was worthless.
No, what a waste. Cut that out.
Let's see.
So, 3D Vapor Reality. I really like your Fully Cooley avatar. Fully Cooley really affected my childhood growing up.
This is Vapor Royalty.
What did I say?
Vapor Reality.
Oh, same thing.
3D Blast. That's my name. I'm sure you don't know me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I just found you right now.
That's me. I cannot find this fucking thing we tweeted. I don't care.
I think for this leg of the show, I'm gonna boot up American Truck Simulator.
This is
Make
the
it a real 3D cast.
The downward spiral of the show, aka the Twitter questions.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask because I saw a bunch and I was actually gonna respond to a couple. I was like, now wait.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it doesn't matter. We got a couple from the Twitter and the Vape Council. If you want to ask questions, just tweet them at me or email me at ask3dblast.com. at gmail.com. Please, let's see. Please. Let's start with... Let's see. Roxery asks, who is your favorite person and why is it Pagan Gold?
Because he's pretty cute, and I like his personality, and he traveled all the way from Texas to Los Angeles to meet me, and he was like, hey, let's do a future funk show. And I was like, okay. And that's it.
Oh, okay. This one isn't a question. I just want a shout out. That's from Nathan. Thanks, Nathan. Okay, moving on. Do you actually like vaporwave? If so, who are your favorite artists? That's from Jude Frankham.
I only listen to the memes.
Okay. Only the memes.
Yeah, only the memes. If you want me to listen to you, become a meme.
Do you seriously only listen to the memes?
Yeah, like I
Okay.
fucking love memes. Memes is my sexual orientation. Memes is my religion. Memes is my life. Memes is my gender.
It's your job.
Memes is my everything.
FrankJavCee.
Memes is my job.
It is your job. How does that
Memes
feel?
is evolution.
What if memes were to die?
They're not gonna die. That means life would have to die.
I know.
Literally, all of life would have to die for memes to die.
And it says, how did you fall into this strange world of vaporwave from untitled specifics? But I feel like we answered that.
Yeah, it was 2000. It was actually like 2012 when I hopped on the train, and I would make like a bunch of like weird art that was in the same style, but I never uploaded it because I thought it would be embarrassing. And then I told you after I got all the music and I listened to it, I was like, I'll make fun of it and see what happens.
So, did you just kind of like? Do you actually enjoy it?
Yeah, it's like all right. Like I mean, some of it is like when I first started, people would always be like, "Listen to my mixtape." So I would hear like the same repetitive shit over and over again and kind of get annoyed. But like every so often, like I'll hear like something good or something different or like something unique, and I'll be like, "Yeah, that's what I was looking for."
See, now I'm feeling bad because you are kind of pigeonholed as this vaporwave artist, vaporwave YouTuber.
I mean, the thing is, I could always change. Like I literally only have 4 vaporwave videos.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like 70. But like I'm thinking about doing some like more stuff where I just change it. Like with mimetics, you can alter a meme. Like that's what I did with vaporwave when I turned it into vapor meme, and then that took off, and then like I grew with it. At any like I wanted to start my own genres. Like the first time I ever tried to do that was with a farm and bass, or it was like drum and bass but with farm noises, and I made up like a fake DJ and everything. I was like DJ Tractor, who was the first ever farm and bass DJ from Scotland or Ireland or some shit. And then during one of his shows, a bunch of sheep ran into the dance floor and took him away, and he was never seen again. And only one of his tracks remained, and it was like a track.
I love that. Oh my god.
That's
I want to
so
do more
epic.
shit like that. Hopefully in the future I'll get to that. Like I have a bunch of like just made up genre names like witch pop, where it's like pop music but that's witch house inspired, and you cast spells on the audience to make them want to dance and play your songs more.
I think the only fake genre that besides tumbleweave for regular, tumbleweave is our country version of vaporwave. But
That's fun.
but we want to do a release really soon, so we're trying to get some shit together.
Like
But,
that's what I heard. Ocean grunge was supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Like they were capitalizing on that, and then I made ocean grunge that was like just trap inspired Nirvana stuff, and like people were like they said I murdered the genre and it was dead.
it was barely alive. It was like a genre abortion.
Yeah,
That's a weird joke.
John is stillbirth.
But like, I remember someone said something about like, oh, this is it was raining really hard, and someone was like, this is a downpour, and I'm like, that sounds like a new genre. Downpour.
Yeah, you can literally make anything into a genre. Actually, there was this old man talking about me in one of his podcasts. He was like this like 50-year-old guy who was like a hippie or whatever, and he was like, I've been watching this FrankJavCee guy, and I realized the next generation doesn't appreciate music the way we did. We used to just create music, and then the genre would come after. Nowadays, kids are calling a genre before the music is even done.
That's kind of true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funny.
And I reached out to him. I was like, hey, put me on your podcast. I would love to talk to you. And he never responded back to me. And I was like, oh.
What a jerk.
What a fucking
Yeah,
name
old
drop.
people.
Name
Jeez,
drop
am I
that
right?
asshole.
I forgot his name.
Please.
Oh, some podcast.
Yeah.
You don't
Probably
plug it here
listens
anyway.
to everything. And he's going to be like,
He has a Google alert for your name.
probably.
So let's see. Benjamin Jones asks, have you ever considered putting together a non-joke album? If so, what type of music could we expect?
I hate when people ask me that sort of stuff. They're like, "Hey, can you make serious music?" I'm like,
That's
"Yeah,
what I was
I'll
about
make
to
music."
say. Assuming the rest of it isn't serious.
People think it's a joke. Like, it's not like it's just all fart noises that I recorded over like a past year. Like, it's actual music.
It's
I mean,
real.
yeah, the lyrics are kind of like iffy sometimes. Like, I like horchata. It's a cinnamon drink that looks just like. That was so much fun. I sang that song at a Mexican restaurant, and then after I went to the bar and I was like, "Hey, can I have horchata?" And the little Mexican lady was like, "No, we don't have that." And I was like, "Oh."
Oh, what what kind of Mexican restaurant doesn't have horchata?
I know, but it was like late.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry.
All they had was like watermelon juice.
What?
Oh,
Sipic only beverage to have.
Oh, but
Yeah.
if I were to make a super serious where everything was like super serious and angsty, and here's my life about how I hate that the internet fame that has given me made me extra lonely, like I'd probably just rap about shit like that. Be like, you don't understand me or my struggles. Oh no, I need lots of cuddles. Like, I don't know, something stupid like that.
People just need to listen to me. Like, even bands like Tenacious D or, I don't know, Ninja Sex Party or stuff, like, they're goofy, but like the music's good there and it's good.
Yeah, like it's serious musicianship. Like a joke album is like when someone who doesn't know how to make music just like bangs around and stuff. They're like, I'm just doing this.
Yeah, I gotta ask
I
Samir
see
about
this.
that. He likes comedy music.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Yeah,
only
that's,
input.
that's my response. 3D Blast hit the nail on the head. He's a good guy.
Thanks. That's why we have Samir here. He just sits. Usually he's at home and can just do
he
his
just
work.
sits there and says hello.
But he has to be here tonight. That suck. It would suck to be Samir.
Yeah,
right now.
I got a show to play. So I got.
Fuck. My show didn't even happen last week. Fuck.
Samir has a show at the Works tonight. He's got to leave
fuck
early.
The Works.
Yeah.
The Works is the worst.
Yeah, I
If
got.
you ever play in Detroit, never play at the Works. If you can
So I've
avoid it.
heard.
Really?
No,
I actually have a couple fans from Michigan who
Yeah,
tell me
one
about what
I'm one of
Michigan
them.
You got 3 right here. 2, maybe.
It's funny. The closest I'll get to you guys within like the next 2 years is probably Chicago, because I'm planning like I look at my stats and like the cities that I'm popular in is like Los Angeles, New York, Houston, Miami, Chicago. So I'm gonna hit like those points when I start going on tour and start doing stuff live.
Cool.
Yeah,
Consider Detroit. Maybe.
maybe I'll see. Like, isn't the White Stripes from that area?
I don't know. Anyone know?
Yeah, they are. So is Insane Clown Posse. They grew up like 5 minutes from now.
Dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna do because I really want to get into movie reviews because I went to film school for like 4 years, so I want to do my first movie review on the Insane Clown Posse movie that they released in like 2001, and it's so good. There's like it's a pimp and hoe drama about this rapping clown who just speaks in rhyme like a Shakespearean thing, and the sound design is actually really fucking good. But it's also on YouTube. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I really want to review that and like talk about it and how it's like one of the greatest films ever made.
Pimp and hoe drama should be a genre in itself, honestly. That sounds great.
Everything's a genre. That's my new podcast. Everything is genre.
Genre cast.
Welcome to the Genre Cast. That's a real thing. Genre Cult. Look them up. That's how I found out about Vaporwave. Fun fact. Moving on. Actually, it's kind of funny. It's some weird relation there because the Genre Cult guys are friends with a guy named Jake Innes, who is part of the Tech DJs. About footwork and stuff. How weird. How weird.
It's almost like everything's connected in some weird kind of web that goes around the world.
Oh, Spider-Man.
He stretches and goes, ugh. Let's see. MP3 Neptune asked 2 questions, but I'll save the other one for last. Some of you may know what it is already. He says, do you collect any music physically?
That is a funny thing because I do not. I've never bought music in my entire life.
Just ever.
No, I stream. All my stuff is streaming, so that's how I give back to my artists is by just streaming them. Streaming's actually getting bigger.
I know,
like
it
now,
is.
Like on Spotify, if you have 250 plays, is $1 now. So let's say you upload a track with like an album with like 20 tracks, and like people listen to it like 1,000 times, you'll make you'll start making like good money off of Spotify.
That's awesome.
More so than probably like internet like actual sales. So I think streaming is where the future is heading for music. So it's also hard, especially if you're really heavily sample based, because not a lot of
Yeah.
stores will let you put sample based music up.
Forever and ever got to be on that service. We'll see. All right, so then he also has favorite.
Actually, the only album I've probably ever bought was the Full Metal Alchemist OST, like in 2006.
Awesome, with Ready Steady Go on it.
Yeah,
That's the theme. That's a good song. That guy's voice is always weird to me. He's always like,
What were they? Le RCL?
I don't know, but did you ever play the game? Oh shit, what was it? It was for the DS, Elite Beat Agents.
Oh no, I never had any Game Boys or
Oh
handhelds.
shit! Well, the Japanese version had that song in it. I remember it was like the last song, and it was crazy. You had to tap things to that song to save the world from the meteor.
It'll just like real life.
Ready, steady, go.
I like when Japanese people sing in English.
Oh, I know, it's the best. He also asks favorite kind of pie.
Hair pie. Just kidding. Cream pies. Who doesn't like a good cream pie every now and then?
Nice.
Actually, here's a story that my friend told me. He used to work for a Pake and Gold. Actually, he used to work for a tech agency, and there was this older man in his 80s who was brought his computer in,
Hold
and
on.
he was like,
Sorry. Start over. It cut out for a second.
Yeah.
"Okay, where did I cut
He's
out?"
an older man in his 80s.
Yeah, okay, an older man in his 80s. He had like a virus on his computer, but the thing is, he would just leave his tabs open. So like he would never close his tabs. So he brought his computer into the shop, and he was like, nothing but like Pornhub cream pies were everywhere, but he never closed like, the tabs.
That's fine.
Oh, but for real, my favorite kind of pie is probably like apple pie, like from like McDonald's, or like just like those generic 99-cent store pies that. Like,
Dude, they have
sell.
good apple pies.
Oh, like the
McDonald's.
Hostess ones?
I fuck
Or
with
like
those.
cherry, yeah, like cherry pies. Like I can eat those. Like
What about cow pie?
I'm gonna just bring up
never-
Popeye.
Oh, Samir, you're so clever.
Ha! See you guys next week.
What did you say? No, I'm sitting right next to
I'm
him.
right
Hear
next
him.
to you.
I can't hear him. I'll share a story about
Your
our-
studio is too technologically soundproof.
I could plug our headphones into the mic. I guess you would hear us. I'm not doing that shit. No, but we play this game where if we ever go out at like 3 a.m. to go get like shit from like Checkers or something, because you know how they're supposed to ask you if you want an apple pie for like $1. I don't know if you knew that.
At Checkers?
Yeah, just any old place. It'll be like
Oh, any old place?
they're like supposed to ask you or something, but they
Is
never
there
do.
a list of these any old places?
Fucking fast food places that have pies.
McDonald's.
Of course. But they never ask you, and like we never want them, obviously, so we don't really care. But like, if the game we play is if they ask you, you have to say yes. And the rules are gotta play, gotta win. so you can play that game at home.
Email 3D Blast. Ask at 3D. What is it?
Ask3dblast@gmail.com if
Yeah.
you got an apple pie from
Take
the
a
place.
picture. Show us, because we don't believe you.
Take a pic of that pie.
Stick your dick in that pie.
Stick your dick in that pie.
It happens.
You slip.
Slip. You take a little slick slip and then dig in that pie. Duck in that pool.
Could you imagine like all the various scenarios where that happens in real life? Like,
Especially if it's right out of the drive-thru. Or you roll up and it's already on there.
it's like, oh no.
I need another
What
one,
if you
please.
keep the window open? They hand you that box. Like it looks like. I mean, it's already like elongated. You like cut the top off, put it right on, and they're just staring at you. And you're like, gotta play, gotta win. Welcome to the show. Also, least favorite song ever.
I don't know. This one guy made a diss rap towards me. I guess that's my least favorite song. But it was like, I put it on for 1 second and I was like, nope, not today.
What could someone be mad about you for?
No, and they wrapped it over my cloud rap stuff. It was on Tumblr. I forgot who did it. It was like some guy from Oregon.
You should have sued.
It's whatever.
I'm just kidding. Next question. Oh, sorry, I have allergies, so my nose is a little
That's
facked
fine.
up. This next question is from this person, always types in all caps and is crazy. Their name is Holy Swag. I don't know. Shouts out. Thanks for listening. You always ask in the most crazy ways. They're always great questions, but they're like, I mean, you'll just hear it. They're always worded like insane. He says, she says, I think it's a she, I don't know. Hi Frank, hi 3D, I'm insane. Is vaporwave for insane people? I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, why not? It's music's literally for insane people.
And then also asks, just says the word sleep schedules with a period. Do you work
Oh.
through night? What? Who's there? What?
I sleep probably like only 4 hours a day. Wow. I sleep from like 6 to noon.
Do you work through the night, nocturnal, or early bird? And then it says, is there a vaporwave hour of the day?
Yeah, it's 4:20 a.m.
Ayo.
You're about to listen to that lo-fi glow music.
Ideal hour to make music?
When it's sun hour, when the planets are aligned just right, and Mercury is not in retrograde, and Venus is in the Venus part of the solar system, and that's when the spheres of the universe they resonate to create the best music.
Nice.
That's my favorite hour of every day.
Yeah.
It's usually Friday at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I only make music during eclipses. Either or, doesn't really matter which.
Do you have to travel to where each eclipse is to make each song?
Yes.
Maybe, who knows?
That's what. We're recording this podcast during the longest lunar eclipse ever. Every week.
Nice.
Mether asks, how big is your FrankJavCee, if you catch my drift?
Big enough to make you go, ow. That wasn't the response I was hoping. Just like, I like them odds.
You know, whatever, as long as your dick's not covered in apple pie.
Yeah. Because that's how you get ants.
And uncles.
Keeps the doctor away.
Keeps the doctor away. This is from Encarta. I think this is a serious question. He says, do you use the peak controller method to sidechain in FL Studio?
Actually, I recently learned that, and I've been using it, I've been overusing it, especially in, my Simpson Wave stuff. I've been always fucking around with, how to do new methods of mastering and limiting, because, I'm always trying to change, because I remember I got my first taste of the industry when I got signed as a songwriter in, 2012, and I would write for other artists, like DJs and stuff. That's why I kind of have, this resentment towards, a lot of big DJs, because they never picked my songs. And I felt always, here's an example, I would get a bunch of random DJs instrumental demos. I used to get Porter Robinson Zed stuff, and I would write over it and send it to them, hoping that their management would be like, yeah, that's cool, we passed it on to them and we're planning on going through with it. And they never picked me, so I kind of have this weird resentment for them. But a lot of the time they would say it's oh, your mix is really muddy, or your vocals are peaking and stuff like that. So I got really anal about my peaking stuff. So a lot of my early music was super quiet. When I learned how to peak and how to there was a lot of dynamic range. It would go from negative 24 decibels to 0 decibels at the loudest, and it would grow and evolve and stuff. But now I'm fuck it, you have to compete with the radio and everyone else, and everyone is just super compressed. So I started doing the peak sidechaining, where basically you a kick.
Oh,
goes
Vito.
Yes.
Your computer, I think, is playing our voices back. Turn your volume down. That was kind of going on all show, but it was never really a problem until.
Is it better now?
I think.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
So anyways, the peak sidechaining method is you put a limiter on the master, and then you put a kick that's higher than 0 decibels. So it's +3 or +6 decibels. So it causes the master chain to compress, and it creates this weird artificial side chain, which I've been using in my Simpson Wave and my Vapor Trap stuff. And it's weird because now I'm fucking compressing the fuck out of my music. People are like, this is fire, this is great. Whereas before, when it was quiet, they're like, I don't know, the mix sounds muddy and stuff like that. Because honestly, the average person who doesn't produce music, who doesn't invest time in audio, doesn't notice the difference between something that's masterfully, dynamically ranged, moved, over something that's just loud. Because people just want to hear loud.
All right.
I should make a video about that. Actually,
Really
that's a good
cool.
idea.
You
Not a lot of
should.
people.
All right, let's see. You kind of said you didn't really listen to a lot of other vaporwave, but Bacon Wave asks favorite artists and favorite labels in the vaporwave game.
Let's see. I mean, I've been fucking with Dream Catalog for a while now. Like I've been listening to their stuff occasionally. I actually did a review on Vaporwave is Dead because a lot of people said I
remember.
killed Vaporwave.
I heard that.
So I did a review about like how I murdered it, but then like it came back to life through this album and stuff. It was really fun. I got to meet one of my YouTube idols, which was really cool. Andy Wilson 92. He does like this weird 3D animation where he did like The Simpsons that was all distorted, and SpongeBob and My Little Pony. He's like a really interesting like dude. Like he makes his own music and his own animations. And we met each other ironically in a Filthy Frank comment section, and like we started we were like, yeah, can you make me a vaporwave head that's all distorted and gross, and I'll put it in my video. And then we made that together. So yeah, Dream Catalog. I've kind of wanted to actually start my own label, but not necessarily vaporwave. But
Yeah.
like I want to do like something similar to them. But I want to have the means of production, like make my own cassettes at home, and then like sign them with like a special thing and draw little cute chickens on them and send them on their way.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people who are into do it yourself tapes. One of them in the call right now. They could probably help you out with that.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, DIY
still here.
aesthetic.
It's pretty cool.
I'm
They're
still
fun.
here.
No, we
That
didn't
little
really.
Rob song.
Like how we just kind of said tapes, someone in the call, and you just like, I feel like you were laying down and like instantly popped up.
No, I'm looking at Elemental 95's new.
You're looking at it.
I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I'm not listening to it.
this the waveform.
I'm just looking at the Bandcamp page.
Actually, I really love looking at music. Do you guys fuck with spectrographs at all? I love spectrographs. I love like making it so like it's super high fidelity, and you can see like each individual wave as it touches like a certain note on the piano, and you can see like the bass, the mids, the highs, the hi-hats, and like that's basically how I rip off songs. Is I'll look at it and I'm like, okay, I'll visually create it and like sonically create it, and then like I'll have a song.
That
That's
dude,
cool.
Aphex Twin, made a song, and like if you look at the waveform format, like his face shows up somewhere. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw how to do that.
Partway
That's
through.
cool.
Yeah, you can do it in
pretty
Audacity.
cool.
It's really simple. I should do
Yeah.
a video on that one.
Pretty cool,
you
too.
can do that like simply.
You can
That's crazy.
watermark songs. It's cool.
Yeah, you just put in raw data, but usually it sounds like, and then it's done.
You gotta make it high enough so that you can't hear it. Say your name or something.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I did a version of like you made that. I've watched all your videos, but the one you made of that noise, how to make noise, like
Oh,
where you just
thank
put
you.
you put noise in Audacity, like with like you put and you put drive an exe file in there. You play that.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah,
They play
that was
like weird
pretty fun to
tones.
mess around with.
Yeah, you get like unique stuff with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Thank
It says, this is from Bubble Kiki. I feel bad. I never know how to pronounce the second half of your name. Kiki? It's
Just pronouncing it wrong.
Oh,
I assume.
Kiki. I don't know. It says, do you have a corporate job or do you make a living by being an internet persona?
Do you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I actually make a living off being an internet persona.
That's the dream,
It's actually
baby.
pretty easy. You can like if you I don't know. I'm not trying to like
Oh, no.
sound
one's-
conceited or anything, but like at a certain point, if you get a big enough following, like you can live off of it. Like I've seen, like it's crazy. I met people who are internet personalities who are like millionaires off of what they do, and I'm like, holy shit! Like you can. This is literally a job, but it sucks because like nobody respects it in the outside
Yeah,
world.
they don't think it's
Who
a
doesn't
real job.
understand it. You know, like I went to jury duty once, and like they asked like, so what do you do? And I'm like, I teach music, and then like people looked at me, and then I was like, what? Like it's just music, and then like. I forgot what the judge said. She said something like, "Oh, what type of music?" I was like, "Electronic music online on YouTube." And then everyone was like, ugh. And I was like, "What?" I felt so bad. I felt like sorry I wasn't a contributing member of society.
It is a weird, like, I follow a lot of YouTube scene people, and, you know, they are regarded as not having a real job, even though they make triple than most people.
It's
Sometimes.
That's great.
it's probably because it's so new, and like you don't know how to interpret it. So like,
Yeah.
what happens in like 10 years when you're older? Do people still want to watch you, or do you
The
have to
thing is,
branch out?
It's like the new. Have you guys heard the new Death Grips?
No.
I haven't heard
No,
it
well,
yet.
they have a track called Trash, where they're like basically everything you make is trash, and you're just uploading more trash onto the internet. But like one man's trash is another man's treasure, so like the more you just keep uploading shit, the bigger you get. Like that's the secret to all these Let's Players that like PewDiePie, he uploads like 2-3 videos a day, and because he has so much content that people back catalog that, and it's like it just goes crazy. And like especially if you're an internet persona, like the more you create, the more it just grows from there.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's also looked at weird because anyone can do it. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. And then it's like they just are too lazy. And so those people get grouped into like successful people. And it's like, oh, you're just one of them, lazy. It's kind of like how people think FL Studio sucks. Because a lot of people just torrented it, made a lot of shitty stuff. And people are like, oh, all FL sucks.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. Like, you know what I hate too? People going like, switch over to Ableton, it's better. I'm like, oh my god, they're literally all the same thing. It's just make music, the game.
Make music the game.
It's shitty, you know? Can't live in this world without being shit on, man.
But the more shit we make, the more stuff, you know, there'll be. So
yeah,
you know,
it's like it's a snowball effect. You just got to keep rolling that little rock up a hill, and then eventually one day it's a mountain, and then you're dead.
We started this show with shitty guests like New Type, and now we're here. Now we're here, man.
Started out at the bottom, and now we're still relatively at the bottom, but we're kind of a little bit more elevated.
We're at the bottom. Yeah, we're at the bottom.
Hey, 3D, the ice cream truck just came by. Heads up, I think it's coming your way.
Oh shit! Samir, go!
What do you want?
A Sonic with the gumball in the wrong place.
I want one with missing
that should be a concept album.
That should be, seriously. Ice Cream Wave is a thing because it locks into all of our childhood. As soon as we hear an ice cream truck, it takes us to like a primal part of our subconscious. If you can make that into an actual thing, it'll blow up, I swear.
Alright, we should do this. This is the third genre we've created on the show. Genre cast. Welcome to the genre world. Yeah.
Genre.
I was waiting for that. Okay. Alright, what do you think about Vaporwave and copyright? Do you think it's a right to sue Vaporwave artists due to copyright infringements? I want to answer this one because do you think it's right? Yes. Because you're stealing music, straight up. I mean, they have all the rights in the world to do that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, to some extent, like, it's very gray because no one really knows what is what. Like, there are some people who just straight up just rip a song, and then there's some who, like, creatively transform it into something else.
Right.
Like, when I first started YouTube, I would make 8-bit covers, and a lot of them were taken down for copyright because I learned that having a composition similar to its track is literally, like, they own the composition, so you can't, like, monetize it or you can't have it up. So all my old videos from, like, 2009 to 2013 are, like, gone because of that.
It's so weird.
That's pretty crazy. They can own the like actual composition. Like,
I mean, isn't that what happened with Blurred Lines in the Marvin Gaye song? They didn't sample it. They just kind of sounded similar, right?
Mm-hmm. And then because they won somehow.
What?
Whoa.
Was he talking about someone's being shot?
Nothing. Never mind. Go on.
Cut that out.
But I think with copyright, like, it depends on how you use the sample. Like, if you chop and screw it, if you add effects to it, like, if it's just a straight up sample, then yeah, you will probably just get sued. But the thing is, nobody cares until people start buying it. Like, that's the thing that, like, if nobody listened to a certain song and it was sampled, like, nobody cares. But as soon as, like, it starts becoming huge and people start making money off of it. Like, I heard Dream Catalog had to take down a bunch of sampled albums, and, like, they're not accepting any album that contains samples. And I was like, okay.
I mean, it's like a smart business move.
Yeah, because you don't want all those lawsuits.
I feel like the safe thing to do with Vaporwave is to just not try to capitalize on it. Like, do it because you want to do it, and if you're making money on it, it should be people that are opting in to pay you, not you trying to get people that can have something exclusive. I mean, there are tapes, obviously, and that's not free, but, like, it's kind of a fine line when you're actually making physical cassettes because, you know, something like DMT tapes, I can get told to take down the entire Bandcamp, and most of it's gone since we don't have cassettes, but something like Dream Catalog, taking down the Bandcamp doesn't really change the influence they've had and all the cassettes that are in people's bedrooms and whatnot, you know? Like, I can see where the line gets kind of harder when you get a lot bigger in something like Vaporwave and you've actually, you know, physically replicated copyrighted material as opposed to just having pages up for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, don't make vaporwave. Don't make music.
Yeah, just give up.
Music
Crawl
is
into a
out
ball and just
2016.
wait there.
Yeah, just go outside and lock your door behind you. And go
What
get
I
some
would
ice
say
cream.
to people is evolve vaporwave. Don't let it stay in a certain place. Evolve it, and then eventually it won't be vaporwave. It'll be something else. But
It'll be
have the same
just
feel of
vapor.
vaporwave. No, wait. Did we talk about this earlier? Where like the vapor is getting condensed and it's turning into a wave. It's turning.
I'm
into
not
a
sure if that
storm
was
or
recorded
something.
or not.
Oh man, that was interesting though. Because I was just like joking, but half of the times when I joke about stuff, like it becomes real and it freaks me out.
I love when that happens.
It's like the
Yeah.
Goosebumps movie. I never saw it, but didn't he like write it? He wrote about monsters and they became real.
Yeah, just like in real life.
Welcome to the show. You know, like the last episode, not the hard vapor one, but
Sam Quick.
the Sam Quick one. He said something like, "There are parts in the show where I will talk and it will just go nowhere and it'll just be silent." Because I'll just like zone, I'll lose it, and then he'll. So now I'm really self-conscious about that.
Don't be. Just be yourself. Be happy and shit.
Fuck you, Sam. I should have invited him. He's online.
I used to have a radio show actually in college. It was called Bears on Toast, and we would talk about the news and internet memes, and then we'd play indie electronic music.
What is with internet radio and having like weird ass names?
Yeah, it's just a thing. But the thing is, no one ever listened to us. It was just like us testing out how to like do stuff, and then from there, I kind of got my persona where I'd be like, "Hey, everyone, it's me. I'm talking like this."
My friend has a radio show at his, or he did. I think he ended it now that he's gone. But I don't know. It's kind of weird because I think they can fights on the air.
I listened to it. They would.
It was awkward. That was like, dude, you cannot do that. Because no one would really. I mean, I don't know. No one probably would listen, but they were just
No.
like two friends that have different opinions, and they just like go into each other, and it's like, okay, dude.
And the best part is, they had the agenda set out. It was like, if you knew you were gonna fight about it, why would you bring it up?
It was something stupid too. It was like fantasy football
I think, yeah.
or March Man. I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't know. Whenever I hear a fight on the internet, I know it's fake. Like when people do shows like that, they'll be like, "I hate you. We just want views."
But this one was like, I don't know. And we don't have to rip on my friend.
Yes, we do.
Fuck you, Zach.
No, don't call him that.
Where were we? Do you have any secret aliases that you make/have made music under from Delvin?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put them out because it's embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah, that's just a simple yes or no. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What are they? No, I'm just kidding. Ben Cook asks, favorite non-vaporwave and vaporwave release of 2016?
I haven't actually heard any vaporwave of 2016. Give me some good suggestions that I should look up for.
Promise Girl.
Promise Girl?
It's a joke. It's mild.
No.
Yeah, delete that.
Okay, give me suggestions because like I'm literally out of the zone. Because
I do have
for
a
me,
suggestion.
like with the vaporwave community always hating on me, like it's giving me this stigma about vaporwave. Like I can't be an active listener and like it because knowing that there are people out there who just hate me. So whenever I hear the music, I feel like there's this hate in there towards me. I don't know. It's like this weird subconscious thing.
Look up Celebrating Digital Artifacts by Dante Mars Aheto. That's his newest album on Bedlam. It's fucking awesome.
It's so good.
Okay.
So goddamn good. It's a lot of he's really good at sampling. Like it's not just slowed down shit. He's super good. Who else? Who else is out there that's like really good right this year?
Late Night by Dan Mason.
Oh yeah, the new Dan Mason.
All right. Cool.
Any Dan Mason? What else? Who else? Who else? What else?
That's all the vaporwave.
I'm trying to think. What the hell? If you like just sampled plunderphonics, I guess you could check out No Lives Matter, but that's a odd cup of tea.
Yeah.
I like that album.
If you like MIDI stuff, check out Arcadia Campus Virtual Tour.
That's
I used
a
to
good
make MIDI.
That's a
was
good
fun.
one.
It's a lot of MIDI samples.
I have it on tape.
You do.
It's really good.
It is.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
So-
my favorite album of this year, like non-vapor related. I don't know. Let me check my Spotify because that's where I usually listen to. Like, not to sound like a total plebe, but I've been listening to Fetty Wap a lot. Like, I don't know, something about his voice is just so beautiful. Like, I want you to be mine again, baby. Yeah. I like his voice, but that's not this year. Let me see what's
Oh, okay.
my releases. I like listening to him when I'm cleaning.
He soothes you.
Yeah,
Helps you
he's
focus.
super soothing.
Do you
He
listen to the
helps-
clean version?
I listen to the dirty version. I never listen
Oh,
No.
because then how does it help you clean if he's not clean?
Well, you know. Oh, actually, my favorite album this year is the new Kanye West.
Oh,
Just
T-Lop?
kidding. I didn't like T-Lop because he literally released an unfinished album, and then halfway through he's like, "No, here's the actual version." I'm like, you can't just fucking do that.
Yeah, he's a
Release
bit
shitty
strange.
Yeah, he did that like straight up in front of everyone, and then like the thing is like all his fans were like defending him, like, "Oh, he's a genius, like he's creating a new art form." Like, no, he literally released like shitty demo music, and then halfway through was like, "Oh shit, I accidentally released shitty demo music."
Ultralight Beam's a sick track.
Yeah, I fucking love that chorus though.
Oh yeah, I would say that he has like a couple parts in that album where I'm like, oh, ooh.
Yeah, there's like a couple moments just like, "Oh, that's why I like you," but then the rest of it's like him just slapping his dick in my face. And
It's
like,
true.
it's kind of weird.
It
Like
takes-
like some moments is like beautiful pieces of like infinite like bliss, and then other pieces he just like fucking
says his name a bunch of times.
yeah.
I want to
he's-
be Kanye.
He's low-key inspiration though. Like I want to be him one day, but like my own version of him. Because we are actually all Kanye. We all have a Kanye deep inside us.
I'm saying that Kanye West is all a joke, and just people don't know it yet.
Just like me. I'm so ironic.
Welcome to the show. I'm all about starting the show over, so.
Everything before that was cut.
You're still looking for your favorite vapor release, right? Or not?
Did the show start yet?
Non-vapor.
You guys start
release.
recording?
No,
20 more minutes.
we're still waiting.
Yeah,
I
we're
got
waiting.
time to go eat pizza and get an orange then.
And dub tapes and play Truck Simulator and other fantasy deluxe real life
Sweet
movies.
kickflip.
I'll only do a kickflip. Where's my deck?
I've been saying that a lot of like inside jokes. I've been referring to them as real life memes. Probably counterintuitive, but you know.
That's a good analogy though.
Well, yeah.
It's true.
That's because I
If it's
don't
an
want
analogy,
to
yeah.
walk into work and hear people go like, "Hey, damn, Daniel," and I'm like, "Fuck off! My name's not even Daniel."
You know what I hate about that video? Like the thing behind it is that they went on Ellen DeGeneres, and the guy who's in the video got a lifetime supply of shoes from Vans. However, the guy who edited it and created the video, all he got was like a surfboard.
That's funny.
It's so stupid. I know. I have a friend named Daniel, and he went on vacation for 2 weeks to Disney. Got engaged, so congrats. And then he came back, and it was like, "What the fuck happened while I was gone?" Like everyone was saying it to him. He was like, "It's pissing me off, man." I felt bad
Another
for him.
thing that pisses me off is it was two white guys, because I thought it was like a gay Latino guy who was just like really proud of himself, being like, "Damn, Daniel," but then it was just like a white guy doing a voice, and I was like, "God damn!"
It's like, God damn it.
I know.
Ah,
right?
dude.
Yeah, that too.
Suh, dude.
Suh, dude is another one.
My
that
favorite
keeps-
one
Suh.
is "It's Wednesdays, my dudes," and then he just screams.
Shit, what up?
I love that frog. That frog is literally my life right now.
These
I hate
memes.
how everyone's like, it's dead. Like as soon as it reaches maximum popularity is when it dies, which is really strange. Like people talk about like the meme Half-Life, but like I believe it when people say it dies, meaning it reaches its maximum potential in society, and once it reaches that, that's when it dies. Like when everyone has seen it.
And people will never stop seeing it. Just like Gangnam Style. It's still the
I mean,
best.
that's old.
Did it
You
die?
seen
yet?
that?
Have you seen Gangnam Style?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
What?
It's dead, though.
I just saw
No
it.
joke.
You just saw it.
I'm,
like,
I'm laughing.
Welcome to these bits. We do bits sometimes.
nice.
This isn't a
I
bit.
didn't.
I love it.
I walked in a room once, and my mom was looking at memes, and I said,
then you
I was
cried.
like, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Just looking. This is real." And she said, "Just looking for a meme." And I walked into a different room. My brother was there. And I was like, "This is unreal." And then I left.
I hate when old people share minion memes. They're like, back in my day, we actually used to talk to each other. It's like, yeah, back in your day, fucking black people couldn't go to schools. White people, shut up.
Only white people could use memes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I think there's more questions. Oh wait, did you ever find your favorite release of 2016?
Yeah, it's my album that I released.
Nice.
Last week.
You're on the same train as me.
Nice.
My album is also the best.
Love me.
Oh, people don't get that to joke either, and that's sad.
It's because it's not. It's the future.
Essential status. I want to do a remix album of my own album, but I think I'm not sure people would think it would be funny.
I'm actually probably gonna do that because I released my first album in like 2009, and I want to redo it, but with like the way I do music now and see how it sounds.
Cool. What was your favorite release? Did you?
What's his?
Was it yours?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I said my album that I
Alright.
released. All of them.
This is a weird question, but are ambient cyberpunk drone relevant to Vapor? Sure. Okay.
Yeah, they all are. They're all like a part of it. Like I
Sure.
feel like all of that stuff is just like like it's all continuation, but the thing that sets it apart is the aesthetic and the way it makes you feel, rather than the music before. Like it has like this particular vibe that somehow all of us millennial indigo children feel.
It's true. I mean, yeah, 100%. He spelled ambient wrong too.
They spelled ambient CR.
Let's see.
Who asked that?
Rashida Prime. Sorry, didn't give you a shout out.
You gotta.
I feel like I copied some of these questions twice. I think I did.
Yeah.
Oh, Mesh, aka Namesh. Did I already ask this question? No. I think we answered something similar. He says, is Vaporwave, has it always been a meme to you, or do you seriously enjoy some of it? You answered this already.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all things have a meme in it. Like all things have that little quality that we replicate for it to become a thing. But I mean, I take it seriously. I take it as a joke. I mean, you just have to be like. I feel like with music, people take it too seriously and they don't get to have fun with it. And I feel with Vaporwave, you should have fun with it.
Yeah, I think also a lot of people, like if you listen to something and you like enjoy it and you're singing along to it, doesn't matter if it's like goofy. If you're enjoying it, then that's in music. You know, that's music.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Also, he asks, is Fantano the big spoon or the little spoon? Classic Mesh.
Oh,
How funny.
you know, he's the little spoon. Actually, I really love Anthony Fantano. One time he just Skyped me and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like,
Really?
Fine."
He,
Yeah, like out of the blue. Like he just calls me sometimes to see what's up, and like I tell him my life, and he's like, "All right, cool."
on Tuesday, I got home to my notifications, and a couple of my friends tagged me with just nothing, and I was like, "What is this?" So I clicked the link, and it's a link to Fantano. He tweeted one of my tracks out. How cool!
Oh, nice.
It's a fucking Macintosh Plus remix.
I remember the first time he messaged me, like my heart dropped. Like I was just sitting, like I was laying in my bed, and I was on my phone, and I get notifications. Like YouTube has this algorithm where if like a YouTuber has a certain amount of subscribers, their comments go straight to your phone. So since he has like more than at the time he had like I think 400,000. Now he's up to like 600, 700,000. He commented. He was like, he just wrote thanks on my Vaporwave video, and I was like, holy shit. So then I sent him a bunch of little hearts, and then like later he told me that him and his friend were just watching, like binge watching all my videos up to that point, and I only had like probably like 9 or 10, and he was like, oh, I really like your stuff, we should collaborate. And then what I did was how to review an album with him, where he like makes a cameo halfway through, and then it's me reviewing my first mixtape I ever dropped.
That's really cool.
Oh, that's
Even
awesome.
brought in Cal in there right before he killed him.
One of my coworkers was like, "Congrats on getting on Fantano," and I was like, "Do you know who Fantano is?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "That's
A lot of
weird."
people do actually.
I know. I mean, obviously he's a big deal, but like, I just thought it was funny. Just some random person at work. I didn't even tell him. I didn't go like, "Oh, hey, look what happened." He just said,
Well, dude, it's weird. I was like at City Hall paying taxes, and the guy behind the counter was like, "Hey, tell 3D Blast congratulations
Oh,
on the nano thing." So,
"I'm wearing a 3D Blast shirt."
so it was that the guy at the grocery store said the same thing. So it must be going around.
Yeah,
It was just 3D Blast.
3D Blast is a pretty big deal to me.
Since you got on Fantano.
Yeah, ever since Fantano, my life's been different. I've woken up a half hour earlier.
Yeah, he has that effect. He's pretty magical, like literally.
That this is.
Vegan though. Being vegan literally makes you a better person than everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to fix his debt to society.
Yeah.
And then the most important question that we ask every episode is in a new segment I like to call Macintosh and Cheese.
Nice.
Do you,
I fucking love cheese.
well, perfect, because do you eat macaroni and cheese with a spoon or a fork?
I don't know.
Fuck, well!
I eat it with a spork. I eat it with chopsticks. I eat it with my hands.
That's the definitive answer. Oh shit, and Carter's online. He just got home. Oh, I feel so sad because we're wrapping up. Unless you want to get him in here for a little bit. I could message him.
Lost Angles cameo.
Yeah.
This will be the first time I'm ever on with Encarta.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't on the other 3 shows. It was hexadecimal the first time.
Oh, who's better, Hex or Encarta? Ooh.
Like, he doesn't know yet.
I guess, let's do our plugs, and we'll end, and then if they want to get on, I'll put a little snicket in here somewhere. So, I think that was it, right? Let's do our plugs. Frank, what's coming up? Anything you want to shout out?
Thank you so much for having me on your podcast,
thank you for
guys.
being
If
here.
you guys want to listen to more of my beautiful tunes, type in FrankJavCee in Google, and then go to images, and then go on the 8th page. And if you see a penis with a little Mexican hat, that is my penis.
That's for you only. Don't link it.
Bookmark that. Okay, yeah, definitely, Joe. Check out FrankJavCee. If you know who I am but don't know who Frank is, that's a problem. That's That's an interesting. You somehow managed to. That's a weird way to go about life. I don't.
Probably if I retweet it or I post it on all my shit, maybe it'll be that way.
Maybe.
But I will give you promos now because you guys are so nice to me, and I feel welcomed, and I'm gonna definitely promo your stuff. Just send it to me.
Oh, they're both online. Sorry. Thank you. Just hit that follow button, baby.
Yeah.
They both just logged on. Yes, definitely go check out Frank. Sorry, the Lost Angles boys are interrupting my plugs by appearing in the Skype window. Vito.
Yeah, so, today, like I said earlier, Desires by Plastique came out. So that's a really good album. In 3 days from now, the new album coming is Future Vision
Future cunt?
Concepts. No. Well, Future Future Vision Concepts Limited by Jamie Bathgate. He is a vaporwave artist who works without samples, but his stuff sounds super like he works with samples.
That's cool.
So I like it. Like, it's like, whoa, like you get you feel trippy while you're listening to it. And, yeah, those are my 2 plugs. I don't know what's coming next.
All right, Samir.
Follow me on Facebook. Never mind, don't do that. Follow me on Twitter at SmiracleWeb.
Nice.
I'm playing Overwatch. That's about it.
Fantasy Deluxe.
Forgotten Journeys is coming out soon on tape, and so is Cosmic Cycler's Samantha. It's coming out soon on tape. That one's going to be really good, so stay tuned. Oh, and more Simurth tapes are coming soon.
And 3D Blast and Fantasy Deluxe this summer.
Hopefully that'll happen too. Yeah.
That was really
Is
cool.
there more Network 91 soon?
I'm working on it.
You'll have to talk to the
It
guy.
just- it's like, yeah, I gotta talk to the guy.
All right. This has been 3D Blast. Oh, wait, I didn't plug yet. Shit. Submit to the Comfort Zone, Macintosh Plus remix compilation. My new album, 3D Die Hero, is coming out eventually. We don't know where, but eventually. It's not even done yet, but you know, whatever. It's cool.
How many tracks are on that now?
Oh God, like 15.
Oh my god.
Jeez. What do you mean you're not done?
I need to finish. I have a collab to finish with someone from Fancy Deluxe, Valence, and Vita. I didn't even work on yours yet.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
That's because I forgot that I messaged people, so I finished the album kind of, and then and then everyone messaged me back. I was like, well, looks like I'm just gonna add those on. All right. Thank you, FrankJavCee, for being here on the 3D
Thank you.
Cast. I've been 3D Blast, and let's go out on a FrankJavCee track. It's called Where I'm.
That one.
Scroll
There you
up.
go.
Thanks, Samir.
There you
Couldn't do
go.
it without you. I Want to Get High with You by FrankJavCee. And we're
Let's all vibrate higher.
let's all do it.
Let's all do a dab.
And we will see you guys next week with a super secret guest. I know. Okay, next week's gonna be crazy. Anyways, I'll see you later. Bye bye.
See ya.
Ass.
Digital dreams, SNES. Stuck in the past, no DeLorean. Burning some trees with Marianne. Green is the only thing I can see. Envy, envy, envy me. A college dropout, 40,000 endemic. Stupid videos for the internet. And I don't know anything at all. You click this video and hope that I'd explain it well. And make you the next teen wave or panda bear or neon Indian, but I can't. Only you can do the things you do to make that musical voodoo. And I'm under this spell. The waves are pulling me down, and I wanna get high with you. I wanna get high with you. I wanna get high with. I wanna get high with. I wanna get high with you. I wanna get high with you. I wanna get high with you. I wanna get high with. I wanna get high with. I wanna get high with.
Stop. Yeah, you're here.
Post episode nonsense.
Where's Encarta? I added him. I wanted him to say hi.
He's like, he just downloaded Skype on his phone. So he's in the car right now.
God, what a
I
weirdo.
like just got in the door. Man, it was such a shit show today.
Oh shit.
Rig.
Hello.
We were like rushing all over the place trying to make it to this, but
Aww.
for the we were like tearing down all the gear at the show, and fucking they were like setting up a wedding reception at the exact same time as our teardown, like climbing over people and trying not to hit nice tables.
How was the show?
It was pretty good. Oh no, I spent more time mixing a yoga class than I ever thought I would. So I can add that to my resume, I guess.
Yeah, you're
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's
Oh man. So
sucks that you missed it.
are you stuck around for like a minute or two, Frank, just so I can like say hi?
Yeah, I'll be here for a little bit, for a few minutes. You missed a lot of interesting stuff though. Now I'm like kind of winding down. Like I was all like doing crazy fucking meta vapor tricks in front of all
I have
the
another
kiddies.
question I forgot to ask you.
Oh, it's cool. Let's do it off the record. We'll give it the
P3 Neptune's other question? You said you
No.
had two from him.
Oh, that was the mac and cheese question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did it with my hand.
This is recording. I always do a little after show thing.
Okay, cool.
It says, you've said in the past you've never really been outside of LA. When the YouTube Spotify money starts really rolling in, where's the first place you'd like to visit, either on tour or just a vacation?
New York.
There we go.
I thought you were going to say Calabasas, but New York works.
Calabasas? I want to go to Calabasas.
The name.
Just the name.
Nice.
That's where I would go.
And that's where Alex Trebek lives, I think. I don't know.
Oh really?
Shit,
I'm
we can
not
all
sure.
be on
I-
Jeopardy.
Dude, let's all
I would
do.
love to go there because I want to collaborate with Joji and his music because I really fuck with his music. It's so good.
I'm gonna look him up. What kind of music was he? I forget.
He's like he does like just beat music. Like it's very like chill. Like he uses his vocals a lot. It's really pretty.
Ooh, it's Joji.
Listen to go on SoundCloud and type in Joji and then let's see what's a good track. He kind of has like You Suck Charlie's pretty good. Unsaved Info is pretty good. Yeah, I like him. I wanna meet him in real life and smooch
found
his
it.
face all over.
Smoochy. I added Encarta. I'm gonna follow him.
He's
Ooh.
trying so hard to get in there, and he just can't
Dude,
do
he
it.
messaged me.
Actually, Los Angeles. They emailed me a long time ago, and he apparently. Do you guys
Yeah.
know Los Angeles at all? Like, how do you
Well,
guys know?
I'm one half of them.
Okay, which one emailed me? Did you email me?
It would have been both of us. He's the one who told you first.
Okay, yeah, because like he messaged me and he's like, "Sorry, I was really drunk." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I, was like, I remember reading that email, and I was like, "Damn it, dude! Seal the deal."
Encarta. I
Like, that
think
was really that. I don't know. Like when people are always like, I find it weird. Like some people will message me and like after a while they're like, "I need to be honest with you. I'm really fucked up right now." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
they get
why didn't you
balls.
message me sober? Like this is getting weird now. Like how
I
did this
think he
happen?
was just super nervous. He was like, "I really want to like do something with FrankJavCee," and I was like, you won't do it."
Yeah, because I've been wanting to do cassettes because like everyone wants physical merch, but I don't know how to do that. Like I've been wanting to do it myself, and people for me for vinyl too. Like people want actual physical like things of me, like and
yeah.
I'll sign it and stuff.
Man, like I've been wanting something from you for like since friggin' forever.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah, like I remember because all the email exchanges that were like paragraphs, that would have been me.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
I think-
because
yeah.
I was actually talking to this other guy around the same time, but like
Yeah.
I didn't have the money then, and then like I was just like I can't do it because like the music I released that Christmas was like just really shitty. Like if I'm gonna do a physical release, I want at least like a bunch of like a bunch of thought going into it so that like
Yeah.
people can have like a relic, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, give us volume 2.
Oh yeah, Anthony Fantano's been actually talking to me about that. He's like, "So, are you just gonna go on with this .999 forever?" And I was like, "I don't know." He actually did a thing where he made a video. And he's like, "Yeah, Frank, when are you gonna release Volume 2?" And then he made a blowjob face, and I was like, "What does that mean?"
Fantano, you're so black and white.
Yeah.
I think Encarta was the one who messaged you to get on this show because he was like, "Oh, you should have Frank on," and I was like, okay. I don't know if he, I don't really know.
I thought it was weird that you messaged me and like you're like, "Yeah, I want to be on the show like 3 weeks from now." I'm like, "What?" Like you can just say like, "Hey, are you busy like within the next 2 days or something?" And I would have been like, "Yeah, tomorrow I'm fine."
Well,
But, like planned it like 3 weeks in advance, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I was so anxious for a while just thinking about it. I was like, "Oh man."
See, I like to book the shows because I want to like plan my month out, and then like
Yeah.
I want to make sure like people don't just kind of bail.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Like my video schedule, I literally have no idea for my next videos. Like this month, I have zero. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what I'm gonna be doing this month. But I wanna increase. Like I wanna do more live stuff. Like the future funk stuff.
I was
is
watching.
so
I was watching a Twitch VOD of yours.
Oh, really? Which one?
Oh god, you were making. Oh man, it was like a trappy beat, and then I don't
Literally,
remember.
those give me so much anxiety because I'm always afraid that I'll like open up the wrong folder and then like everyone will see the horrible images I download on my computer. Like it's not illegal. It's just like embarrassing. Like people be like, "Really, Frank? Really?
Why do you have all these
Anthony
Blue's
Fantano
Clues
stuff?"
pictures?
Didn't that one guy just jerked off on stream?
Yeah.
Dark
Oh
Side
yeah,
Phil.
Dark Side
that's
Phil.
also that's terrifying. Like I don't want that shit to happen to me because then people would know that the kinky shit I'm into.
Well, let's just don't jerk off while you're streaming. Just stop the stream. I don't get how that happened. It's
Well,
like
no, I
There's
think he
gotta
did that
be a
on
middle
purpose.
ground somewhere.
You
where
think he
can
did it-
jerk off just a little bit during a Twitch and nobody has to know? Like, come on.
Like I think he did that on purpose for views because I don't know. Like he came too fast. It was like 1 minute. Like, duh.
Yeah, you gotta look through a couple
yeah.
videos first. You don't just do it.
I feel like he was already in the mood, and he just was like, "All right," because you can knock it out. If you're in the mood, you can knock it out. Listen,
Let's be honest.
let's be real here. If you're already hard in the beginning of the stream,
But like, I still feel like he did that on purpose. Like he did that for views.
And what game was he playing? That might have helped.
I mean, he was playing like Honey Pop or something.
No, it was like fucking Dark, whatever the game that people play nowadays. I don't fuck
Dark
with
Souls.
Dark
It was
List.
Sonic 2.
Sonic
Lights.
2. Sonic 2.
Not 3D Blast.
He saw that Tails and he didn't know what to do.
He wanted to get some tail. Unlike Knuckles. People thought Knuckles was a girl, so maybe that's it.
Maybe he thought Knuckles was a girl.
Maybe he thought Knuckles is hot.
Knuckles the enchilada. That's a spicy enchilada. There you go.
I tweeted something about how I'm going to see I tweeted something about how I'm going to see Civil War, and I wasn't sure who I wanted to win, Sonic or Knuckles. And then, like a couple hours later, the actual Sonic Twitter tweets that with a picture, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Amazing.
I wanted to see that movie, but I couldn't. I actually posted on all my social media. I was like, "Hey, can someone take me to see that movie?"
Oh, I saw
and like,
that.
yeah, like 100 people were like, "Haha, you're so funny," but no one actually wanted to take it.
Oh my god.
They missed
Kind of
out.
sad.
Would you, if someone was in LA and you didn't know them and was like, "I'll take you," would you have gone?
No. I don't, like, it depends. Like, sometimes, like, if my heart feels it's right, I'll go. But, like, most of the time, like, it's weird. Like, people who are actually close to me, they'll be like, "Hey, I live in Burbank. You want to hang out?" And it's like some 16-year-old kid. And I'm like, I'm fucking 24. Like, you know how weird that is?
I mean, like,
I mean, I'll do it.
King
but-
Quartz, the musician King Quartz, he lives around me, and he was like, "You want to hang out?" And I was like, "Oh man, really taking a." I'm not. And I said yes. It was really cool.
That's cool. But like, I don't know, like I feel like awkward around certain people. Like on the internet, like I'm pretty lewd. Like I'll say like a bunch of stupid shit just for reactions. But like in real life, I feel like people I won't match up my expectations of them, and it'll just be like, "Sorry, I'm boring."
Oh yeah, they want you to be on all the time.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Like I'm already coming down. Like literally, I drank a bunch of coffee before this Skype call, so I could be like on, and now I'm like slowly crashing.
I tried to. I tried to drink some caffeine, but they didn't have.
Yeah,
what I
because I've been
wanted.
up since like noon yesterday.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Why?
So it's 4:40 for me right now.
Jesus.
Oh man.
But it's okay. I get in this weird delirious state where like I can see vibrations and it's really cool.
I know what you mean. How many hours up do you have to be for that? That was 30 hours for me, and then I would get to that point. And it was awesome.
Yeah,
but I don't.
it's really
I don't
weird. Then you can
wait
see
for, like,
ghosts and
2
stuff.
hours.
You can also
Yeah,
see,
of course.
Yeah,
you get
like,
wizard eyes for a second. You can just see reality beyond reality.
It's
yeah,
a good,
yeah.
good term for it, wizard eye.
That happened to me once when I was doing like an overnight shift at a bakery, and then
Yeah.
like the morning of, that's when the newest Pokemon games had come out, like X and Y.
Oh man.
And I was like determined to get them for some reason. And I'd already been working like 18 hours that day, and by the time I walked out of the bakery, like the sky was such a shade of purple that I'd never seen before, and I just like stared at it on my way home. With my mind, I didn't even play the games for like a week after I bought them.
That's crazy.
Why'd I do
I remember
that?
I was skyping
Like
this
no
one day.
lineup.
Like I joined this. Do you guys go on 4chan?
I actually don't.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, is that one
Yeah,
of
well,
those?
I was on this board, the X board, the paranormal
Oh, that's
board,
the-
and
that's the best one.
people started a group chat, and I joined it, and there was like this guy who used to be like a meth addict, and he was talking about how he would stay awake for weeks on end, and he would say like see crazy shit and stuff like that, and he was telling everyone how he had this theory that the entire world is literally a farm for higher beings, ancient aliens that are going to use our lives as their fuel, like they eat us when we die.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they live underground at in Dulce, New Mexico.
I've heard about mole people and lizard people that actually live underground, like from people like apparently there's some in Florida.
a
Can you
conspiracy.
hear?
I know
Is
someone
that
who
true?
believes in that. I know someone who believes in people that live underground. He's like gone into it slightly when he gets really fucking high, but I know he
Yeah.
believes in it. I know he believes in it, like with his heart, the way he's spoken about it. It's weird. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, like I think they're crab people. They're like people that are like made of crab.
Crab
Yeah,
Walk like crab, talk like people, or something like that.
I think they also form metalcore bands or something.
So, this is the good shit. See, like, I don't get why the show just can't be like this.
It is. This is the show. Life is.
It's
a show.
true. It is. It's just your two shows. One that sucks, one that's fun. Huh?
I always find that the 3D cast uncut segment, like the post show, is like so great.
Yeah, it's true. Well, okay, I said this before with the games are dumb and for kids people. Check them out. We're still recording technically, but like I said, like sometimes I have these people on who I think are so funny that like I get like crazy intimidated.
Yeah.
I don't know. So fuck you. But you know,
So
once
that's
we're
like
done.
every time I'm on the show, you're just like,
Oh yeah, but now we're good. I was playing
Oh.
Overwatch with Leo the other day.
Let me play you guys a song that I wrote right now, just for you guys.
Go for it.
do it.
Okay, hold on. Let me just prepare myself.
Let me just take my shirt off.
There, I'm done.
Dude, I was about to make the same fucking joke I made earlier.
Was that a melodica?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's very piratey. I want to make a pirate themed album where it's just me with my guitar and a melodica, and I'm like, "Yar, mateys, the sea is pretty insane. I'm going crazy. Got loco in the brain.
So it'd be
This
like-
is a pirate ship.
Be
Call
like
me."
pirate rap.
Make
Yeah,
booty tunes?
I think I could do that. I'm down. Dude, that's a good idea. Call it like Plunderphonic Booty Tunes or something.
Booty tunes? I said
I
Looney
really want to
Tunes.
do an episode on Plunderphonics where I dress up as a pirate and just like
Yeah.
walk around with a boombox.
don't do anything else. Don't call attention to it.
And like I literally just play like fucking a Madonna record, but like backwards, and I'm walking it around, and I'm like, "This is the new music, you guys." I want to do more stuff where I go outside and do shit. Like I want to buy a saxophone because I played saxophone, like I told you earlier,
Yep.
and like play like that careless whisper song with like shirtless and like little Titan squares, like in various places, and just like serenade everyone.
I think I mentioned
Like the
this.
modern day sax man or
I
something.
think I mentioned this. Oh man, fucking maybe even last episode. But like, I had a couple friends, like I said, in band who played saxophone with me, and he was like 2 years older than me. So his senior year, he did. He played that song, "Careless Whisper," throughout the school, and then the next year, the guy below him did it, and then my senior year, I did it, and so it's pretty funny.
Nice. That's cool to me.
It is. Holy shit!
He lived a meme.
I lived a meme.
Yeah, we're a living meme. What
What's
are you, DJ Khaled?
Can't. I don't even get. Like, I
smart.
never even
What do you mean?
looked into him. He's a real meme. Vito, what are you linking? Aren't you here?
It's
still?
another song I wrote for you guys. It's called Vaporwave.
No.
the song.
That was
Vaporwave is a meme, if you know what I mean. I make people wanna cream their pants when they hear my songs on the radio. They go la 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 la, vaporwave, yeah, la 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 la, vaporwave, yeah. Okay, I'm done.
That's a good track.
Yeah.
We now
We got
have
so many
ri-
exclusive FrankJavCee tracks.
yeah,
today.
we now have rights to those.
I love it.
So
We have like
That's
3
cool.
of them. They're ours. They belong.
Well, if
to
you're recording
Comfort
that,
Zone.
you can just like sample it.
you bet.
Yeah, do it.
That's what we wanted out of this episode.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
We're just here to steal your thing. Okay, Incarta says he's home now. This is his last chance.
Hello, Incarta 95. Nice to meet you.
He's
One
not-
time you
he's
emailed
not-
me.
he's-
You were drunk.
He's not here yet.
God
Hey,
fucking-
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yo.
Hello.
Finally.
Hey, you're fine.
I
I need to.
It is me.
I got a new phone. I got a new phone yesterday, and I need
Nice.
to return it because it won't let me Skype on the highway.
This is the biggest clusterfuck of an ending I've ever heard. There's so much stuff happening. Fantasy Deluxe is dubbing tapes.
He's dubbing tapes.
I think
I'm
so.
still here though. Let's
We're
go.
like showing nice and light.
I think my internet is slowly dying.
You're playing
Play.
Overwatch.
Is FrankJavCee?
Well, thank you all for having me.
Okay,
One at a
bye,
time,
bye,
guys.
FrankJavCee. Bye, FrankJavCee.
All right. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. Hit me up on the Twitters and I'll follow you guys. If
Yes,
you
we did. We did.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, hope to talk to you guys soon again. You guys are cool.
If
And
you guys
maybe
want to come
we can,
back, if you want to come back on, you're welcome to.
Yeah, come back
Okay,
one
let me know
anytime.
like
Nice.
after you get all your guests and stuff.
All right, cool.
All right, bye. I love
Bye.
you. Mwah,
Kisses.
mwah, mwah,
See
mwah,
ya.
mwah, kisses.
Kisses.
This is all around.
All right, Samir. I forgot. Fuck the whole episode.
Forgot again. I got away.
What's the name of the week?
This week, let's go with daytime television. Turn me on when you get bored.
All right, thanks.
It's like, how do you even do that? How do you like? I'd take some time to come up with a good alias name, and you just have them in your pocket.
I don't know. He's a god. Bye bye.
Kisses.